Yellow, and welcome to the ADLR Podcast, episode 133, where there it goes. We're done. The intro.
You want to try this again? Should
Nope.
we just start over?
That was a good old 15-second try, and that went to shit immediately. That's how this episode's going to go, just in case you guys were wondering.
I already knew that.
Okay, good. Well, to continue, this is the ADLR Podcast, episode 133. I'm here with Bryant. Oh, he muted himself. We got Randall.
What's up?
And we got Kelsey doing his thing.
What's up?
Lit. Oh, man. We got a bunch of reviews for you guys today. I finished season 2 of Avatar, and I'm already like 6 episodes into season 3, but that's for another episode. Your Honor, a TV show with Bryan Cranston as the lead. Better Call Saul, speaking of Cranston. Giveon, Wreck-It Ralph, Ralph Breaks. Oh, you saw both of them. Okay. Atomic Blonde, Chuck season 1, Loop Hero, Spider-Man Miles Morales, and Behind Her Eyes is what we got. We got a lot to go through.
Anthony,
Yeah.
how was your week, man?
My week was pretty good, actually. I mean, like I said, I sprinkled in some Avatar now and then, like before going to bed. Saw like 2 episodes a night going in. Then the weekend we just watched we had a Blade Runner marathon. It was Gabby's birthday, so she wanted to watch some cyberpunk stuff. So we watched Blade Runner
You
1.
watched Blade Runner with The Weeknd?
That would be pretty cool, actually. Because then what if he starts like singing in the middle of it and puts his music while it's going on? I'm down for that. For honor, says Javi. What does that mean? I don't know what the context is to that. I already forgot it. Oh, because we're doing ranked? Maybe.
Platter boss.
Yes. But it was pretty low key. It was great. Nice, relaxing week, you know? I didn't, do anything crazy or sexy. I just, hey, weekend time, vibes. Played some Outbreak with Brian over the weekend. Literally, I think like 1 or 2 matches because he was sleeping.
What happened?
Fucking daylight savings time, man. God damn it.
It fucked. To its credit, this year it didn't really affect me. I like woke up at what I thought was 10 o'clock because my stove and my microwave said 10:30. I'm like, oh, okay, not that bad. And then I sit down on my couch, look at my phone, it says 11:30, and I'm like, how long did it take me to sit down on this couch? That's when I'm like, oh, daylight savings, and then change the hours. That wasn't that bad for me because I didn't have to do anything in the morning, so I didn't lose any sleep. So I went to bed extra early. Actually, I lied. I tried, and then I kept watching Avatar season 3. Like Sunday night, I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna keep watching Avatar.
I'm always tired, so it doesn't affect me.
What do you mean it doesn't affect you? It would make you more tired.
That's a secret. He's always tired.
Mm-hmm.
But isn't there like a numerical value of how tired you are, or just?
Well, there's only two levels. You're either tired or you're exhausted. He
Oh,
just
okay.
never reaches that exhausted point.
Because he has the power in him.
Prestiging, that's why.
Oh, that's pretty impressive. That's very impressive. So out of a list of things to talk about here, what do you guys want me to jump into here? You want to do Avatar
You played
first?
GTA Online, right?
I have.
Dude.
Like a little bit. I saw the modding stuff. That's where you're gonna get to. The load time stuff.
Yeah. They fixed it.
Well, I mean, a modder fixed it, and then the Rockstar says, "Oh, thanks, we're gonna put it in the patch."
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
what do you mean you're gonna put it in the patch? You better pay him.
Honestly, it could be worse. It could be like Capcom, who literally saw that people did a thing to fix the netcode, and it's like, so we're making this not available, and then we're gonna fix ours, and it was nothing.
Nice, that's great. He has a post up on how he did it step by step and what was causing the issue. It was great. I read through it.
It was a really awesome read.
Mm-hmm.
He managed to get, considering how limited the information that he had was, he was able to get a lot of shit. But,
Yeah, the disassembler. I gotta figure out what disassembler he used. But it was great. Everything boiled down to, hey, this JSON is taking way too long to parse. Okay.
Yeah, because they were like, let's use the worst possible way to do all of this. Not to mention, even though we have a unique hash, we're not going to use a hash map. We're going to use a set of arrays with hashes in them, and then we're going
Compare
to check
each
to make sure that
single one.
yeah, to make sure there's not duplicates when there can't ever be duplicates.
And here's the best part. All running single thread.
Yep.
And now we just had our nerd talk there for anyone who isn't paying attention. They were doing it wrong. This guy's like, why are you doing it wrong? They're like, oh, you caught us doing it wrong. We'll fix it. So yeah,
I just don't understand how they because this has been like I have several friends that have been playing GTA Online and like love it, and they're just like, I can't do it anymore. I mean, you're literally spending like 10 minutes waiting for shit to load, and it's just impossible.
It's
I just
crazy.
don't know
It's
how
been
they
like
didn't-
10 years. How old is GTA Online? Go ahead. I'm gonna look it up.
I just don't know how it is that they didn't like look into this sooner, because it's been a thing for a while.
Since 2013. September 17, 2013 is when GTA 5 came out. And I think GTA Online was available on launch day. Correct me if I'm wrong, Brian. I know you played it off on release.
I don't remember if it was available at launch.
Maybe
But I think
after.
it was shortly after. You're muted, bitch.
Can't confirm if it was or not because I just only did single player until like a month later.
Got it. Okay. Well, I mean, I'm glad it took them this long for someone else outside the company to figure it out, and now they can do it. I mean, yeah, it's really weird that unless they just have nobody there for, like, after they released, they just kept adding content and nobody was there for optimization anyway. They moved on to, like, something else. I don't know.
Red Dead 2 came out after, right?
Yeah.
That's probably what they did. Just said fuck it and had an online team, and then the rest of them just went to Red Dead.
Well, it's
You're an
different.
online
Yeah, I
team.
think it's different parts of Rockstar that worked on each game. I think Rockstar North does GTA, and I think the different Rockstar does Red Dead, but I don't know for sure off the top of my head. Either way. Anywho. So I might as well get it out of the way. Avatar, Season 2.
I'm trying to get Adam in here. Doesn't look like he's gonna make it though.
That's unfortunate. I mean, we can skip to something else, I guess, but like I want. It's not much.
Nah,
To
go
say.
for it.
Got it. Okay, so Season 2.
He said that he agreed with me though that we're no longer friends and that you're not allowed to talk or watch Avatar anymore after
Yeah, like everyone,
Yeah.
like my Daniana's siblings are all the same. They're like, "Oh, you don't care about Appa." I'm like, I don't. Like, I just don't. I have no attachment to that animal in any way. Like, it doesn't. I don't. I care more about the humans and the political stuff that's happening in the world than Appa. Like, oh, he got captured. I knew nothing was bad is going to happen to him. That's their one mode of transportation. They're not going to remove that. Otherwise, this series would have gone on for like 7 seasons for them trying to get from one place to another. So I was just like, nah. I bet he's literally their taxi cab. He's not going anywhere. And up to this point, he's not gone anywhere. But yeah, that's that.
yeah.
Season 2. Where do we start? Earth. I think is the name of the book. You're introduced to a new character that joins the squad. Toph. Am I saying that correctly before I get bodied by the
Yes.
rest of the... Okay. Self-proclaimed greatest earthbender in the world. And she has the fucking moves to back it up. Ella Trey in the chat. No Appa love. Today my feelings have been hurt. What is everyone's attachment to Appa? He's their taxi cab. That's it.
He's also Aang's best friend. They get him at
Plank.
birth.
Okay. But when he was taken, I'm like, he'll be fine. Like, he'll be. There's nothing. I knew they weren't gonna kill him. This isn't Game of Thrones, so I'm like, he's fine. They'll come back and get him later. I no second in my head. I'm like, he's vulnerable. But fucking Uncle Izo, Iroh, whatever. Izo, Zuko, Sukao. Bro, I'm tired of the names already because they're hitting me with so many fucking characters. I can't. It's the fire guys. I don't care.
And they're
Iroh.
all amazing.
Yeah. Well, Zuko pissed me off. Let me go with what pissed me off this season. So you dedicate airtime to Oh my god, I'm pulling myself obviously at war with myself. I hate my father. This is Prince Zuko, by the way. But also the right thing to do is to help the Avatar, because my uncle is obviously trying to help steer me in that direction, because that's what the right thing to do is. He has that moment where he's like, okay, I'm gonna be different. Then he has that fucking like sweat episode where he's like he's sick, he's at war with himself, is what the uncle told him, and he has those weird visions, and he wakes up a new man. He gets a girl, he got making out with her. I'm like, oh, he's moving on, he's out here, right? And then when the time comes for him to be like to double down on it, which is I think
person.
yeah, the end of the episode, the end of the season, I think it was the last episode or the episode before that. I'm like, okay, this is his arc. He's gonna be a good guy now. Boom. With his sister who's tricked him before. It's like, oh, dad'll love you. The same line. He's like, you're right. Bam, betrayal. Uncle's in jail. What the fuck? You wasted my time because and then they have the season 3, but we'll talk about the season 3 when I get there. And that was like the biggest disappointment so far, because that's one of my favorite characters, Zuko, was because of the beginning part of his arc, and now it's getting to the point where they're just dragging it on. Like, flip to the good side or just fucking die in the bad side already. Like,
pick one. Don't care which one is. Just pick one.
Yeah. Who was I talking about before the rant? Oh, Toph. Really awesome. I love the amount of blind jokes that are just spread across the entire time.
Hey guys, I see it.
Yeah. They're in the desert and they're like, oh, I think I found it. And they're like, where? And she's like, oh, it's great. Even when it's like, oh, can you read this? Or they'll hand her something that you need eyes for, and she's like, it should just stare blindly, like, or blatantly, like, are you an idiot? I'm blind. It's fantastic. They double down on it. It's really funny. Her powers, yeah, fantastic. Her earthbending stuff is great. And I think in season 2, I don't think I'm into season 3 yet. When she does the metal bending, it's in season 2 still, right?
I want to say yes, because she get like I'm pretty sure it's in season 2 that they capture her.
Yeah.
You know, and then they capture her, and then she's like, I'm the greatest in the world. Come out here and fight me, bitches.
Yeah.
And then just is like, nope, we're going to do this. And
then she started
new bending.
Yeah, and she starts bending because there's material, there is earth in the grinding of make it, like, it made sense when they explained it. So I'm like, okay. Which leads me into season 3 stuff again, because Katara, well, we'll get to that there for next week, probably by the time I finish this. But the earthbending stuff into metal, I thought that was really clever. It's like, oh, okay, so she can't. I think that's season 3 stuff again. I have questions for season 3 so far. I've only seen 6 episodes. But I'm like, they're falling apart. Something's wrong. Did they rush this? What's happening? How did you feel about the boulder? The boulder. What is it?
The boulder is uncertain about hitting a girl.
Oh, he was okay. Yeah, that was fantastic.
Has gotten over his.
I remember that. Yeah, because she immediately like trash talked him, and he's like, "Okay, no, you want to fucking talk to me like that? Okay." Yeah, he was funny. That little tournament was pretty fun. It wasn't really a tournament. It was Boulder wiping everyone, and then she wiped him in no time.
I love how they explain how she does stuff, because like there are people in like the real world that they do stuff by echolocation, where they'll go around and they'll smack their tongue and actually be able to see things, kind of like what Daredevil does.
Yeah.
So it's a really cool thing that she uses her earthbending to actually see things.
Yeah, I agree with that. The way she sees things is great. And they make sure to keep that consistent throughout. I don't know if it's in season 3 or 2, but there's a time when since it's season 3, they get a new outfit, obviously, because they're in Fire Nation, and then she rips off the soles at the bottom because she's like, I can't see if I wear these stupid shoes. So she rips the bottom of it and just keeps the top of it, and it made sense. Again, that's season 3 stuff. I'll go back to season 2. The war and Ba Sing Se was really cool to watch.
War in Ba Sing Se.
Or they lost it. That's true. But like, not the war, the sneak attack with is his girl dead? Is Sokka's girl dead?
The
Suki
fighting chick.
Yeah, Suki.
Oh, yeah, Suki. You have to watch and find out, man.
Okay, because we're fighting. Now we're here dressed as Kyoshi. I'm like, did they slaughter the warriors?
Oh,
So I'm
they
like,
already
okay.
showed that part?
That's season 2.
Oh, that's right. That's season 2.
That's
Sorry.
Ba Sing Se. They get
Yeah.
into Ba Sing Se after the fight with Suki. So I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, did she kill them? So we'll find out. I guess if they do answer that, then cool. Don't answer that. I'll figure it out. But I was like,
What
this.
did you think?
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I'm still Brian. Every time I see Sokka on screen, I'm like, when does he win? Ever since you said all he gets is W's, not a single one I've seen.
He's always winning,
Then
bro.
your eyes are closed, dude. I don't know what you're talking about.
The kid has been just lucky the entire time, and then his girls that he wants to get, Moon, are apparently dead. I don't know where she is, and then we'll see.
What did you think of the episode? I'm pretty sure it's season 2, the episode where they show Iroh and his son talking about his son.
Oh, it's a fantastic episode. It was the episode. I think it's the episode called "The Tales of,"
Yeah, the
Yeah.
shorts.
and it's everyone. It's like shorts with everyone, and it got to Iroh's, and I'm like, oh, okay, he's like looking for a picnic or something. It's gonna be a special day. And he was singing a song to the kids that was blabbling or like crying, and that all comes back at the end because that was the song he was singing for, I guess, his son, because he went to war and he lost him there. So, oh no, did he lose him at war? Or did he have a sickness?
No, he lost him they were trying to invade Ba Sing Se,
And he lost him there, yeah.
Lost, and he died.
So yeah, that was a very good. Again, those are episodes. Where's that episode for Appa? Do you see the difference?
Yeah,
Do you see the
he
difference?
gets fucking kidnapped. Okay.
The fucking main transportation for the entire squad, nothing's happening to that character. That's why I'm like, when he got captured, I'm like, why are people sad? There's no way they're gonna extend this for 3 seasons. I'm like, he's safe. I guess I guess that's why I didn't care, because I'm like, it's 3 seasons. Their main transportation's gone. He's fine. They're gonna get him back soon, because there's no way all of this happens without that guy. So without Appa. So by that I guess because I know there's an end date, that he was completely fine. But for the Fire Nation people, that's different. What else? Yeah, the Ba Sing Se thing was pretty cool with the invasion. I didn't care. I did like the secret army that he had, the Dali. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
They were dope. Like, they were fucking crawling on the sides. Their rock hands and feet that they would use to capture people. That was dope. I really like them. The leader, I couldn't care a shit about. I'm like, die immediately. Someone shoot him with rocks.
Him and his bear.
Yeah. Like, how like naive do you have to be? Oh, I didn't know any of this was happening. Just look outside, dude.
I mean, let's be honest, dude. Look at our nation currently over the last 4 years.
Okay, they're your facts. Those are facts. Let me hit you with the Drake facts real quick. You earned it, all right?
And that's facts.
All right, just letting you. It's like Hope and his bear, and then like after the escape, it's like, oh, he wanted to live like a different life or whatever, so he just disguised himself and left. Oh, my gosh, I thought what's his name was gonna get his eyes healed, and they teased me again because, of course, the Katara would when he would,
bastard.
yeah. Well, I mean, I'm sure if he would have got his eyes healed, he might have been like, "Oh, I'm gonna go on the good side because this girl over here gives a shit about me." No, fucking what's his avatar's like? Oh, I'm gonna go blind and not sense lightning coming from behind, and then gets that. I thought the kid died. Like, I thought he was done. I'm like, is the 3rd season the Korra thing that everyone's talking about? But no, I mean,
Sokka becomes the new Avatar.
Then that's why I'd be like, Brian, you're right. He won the entire series. Because up until now, he's just been funny. And I'm like, okay, which is good enough for me, but...
Because you're blind to the wind, dude.
Okay. Oh, the cabbage guy made his return again in season 2.
He's done more to find the Avatar by doing nothing than Zuko does the entire series.
I don't... Because... Oh my god, Zuko's pissing me off. He really is. I was rooting for the guy. But so far it's been... Go ahead. What other questions?
I'm trying to think of what else, like...
a lot of it was him learning Earth and getting Toph out of his like, because the royal family was like super protective of her, and
yeah, because they think she's so weak and helpless because she's blind.
Yeah, so then he got her, and then they started teaching Aang a bunch of the earthbending stuff. And then there's like constant tension between Toph and Katara because who fucking knows why. Everything they hate about it, they like start hating shit about each other for no reason. They like annoy each other, and I'm like, please don't make this whole episode about this. They make this whole episode about this. How he says Katara hates blind people. He might.
Trying to think of what else. The Guru episode where he finally like goes there.
That was a
talks
good. That was a great episode for the Avatar because it was literally at the stages of like accepting to let go of everything and becoming the Almighty, not the Almighty, like the Avatar. I don't know if he was lying about you'll never reach Avatar state because then he did it afterwards. So I'm like, did he just straight up lie to him or what?
You mean in the last episode?
Yeah, because he said because he went. That's how he got shot in the back because he went to Avatar state. But I thought he said you won't be able to achieve it if you leave now.
Well, he was saying that he won't be able to. Basically, if I remember correctly, he won't be able to like actively use it how he needs to and use it to its full potential because he's holding on to his earthly tethers like Katara.
No, but that happened before he got because he said that to him, right? And then he went into that space zone, whatever the fucking mindgasm place he went and saw himself just like holding.
Yeah.
And as that was happening, he saw Katara in trouble. He was about to leave. He said, "Don't leave. If you leave, you cannot do this again." And then he went and just did it anyway. So I'm like, is he just that badass or? You have to watch like the back again because he verbatim said, "If you leave, you cannot achieve this anymore." And I'm like, what? That's not. I thought that was weird.
So if you remember, like he surrounds himself in crystals.
Yeah.
And then he lets go of his earthly tethers. Like he goes, "I'm sorry, Katara," and then he goes back into the meditation state and finishes what he had originally started.
Gotcha.
So I think it was more he didn't want him to leave because he didn't think that he'd be able to get back
do it
to
on
that
his
state.
own. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's been a while, so I don't remember exactly.
Gotcha.
But
It's
yeah, he eventually goes. He puts the crystals up around him. Goes into the meditative state to become the Avatar, and then as he rises out in the Avatar state, gets shot. Yeah.
Fucking sniped by Zula. Yo, Zula can get it. She's the bad bitch. She's a kid, obviously, but you know what I mean. But what I was gonna say, okay, because the way they worded it, I'm like, I thought it was weird when he said it. It's like just because he leaves, he can't get the Avatar state, which didn't make any sense to me. And then he did it anyway, so I'm like, okay, so he lied to him. But that makes sense. Another Trey in the chat. In order to unlock his last Chige, he had to let go of Katara. Yeah. The Guru told him he couldn't enter the Avatar state at all if he didn't let go of Katara. The act of disrupting his Chi gates was the real risk. Since he didn't complete the training. Got it. Okay. That part
I think in the very first episode, he has no control over the Avatar state, and that Earth dude is trying to like get him to achieve it.
Yeah.
And he like puts his friends in danger and that kind of stuff, and that's where he actually he uses his anger to trigger it, but he can't really like actively just use it how he needs to.
Yeah.
And I think the last episode, the Guru is like, if you want to be able to control this and actually use it to your advantage and become the Avatar, you have to,
let go of everything.
Have this mental state of leaving everything behind.
I was so hyped too. I'm like, oh, he finally did it. Let me see him just decimate all these earthbenders. And then Zula with the sniper shot from the other side of the map, just poof, right in the back. And I'm like, okay, well, there's that. I guess next season.
But I'm pretty sure the Guru dude has been sitting there meditating for almost 100 years, or for 100 years.
Oh my God, has he?
Because I'm pretty sure when he walks up, he goes, "I've been waiting for you." And like right before, like I think he was on the way to see this guy when the storm hit, and then he went into the Avatar state and froze himself into the ball. And that I'm pretty sure the timeline is Aang's on his way to talk to this guy to train and understand how to become the Avatar, and then the storm happens. He gets trapped, and that's how the whole. And then Katara then free him, but he's just been sitting there waiting for like 100 years for Aang to show up.
No, Aang ended up leaving. He was just literally leaving because he went to drama with the people at his temple, and he just didn't want to be the Avatar. Like he didn't want that life, so he got up and just flew away with Appa, and then he ran into the storm, got frozen, and then that's what happened.
Oh.
That's what it's up to this point. That's what I remember. That's the story.
I'm trying to remember what, because he mentioned something about it, about waiting. He's been waiting for him.
Yeah, he did say that.
I'm pretty sure he was supposed to have trained with him for like a while ago, obviously.
Yeah.
But I think the guy's been sitting there for like 100 years.
I mean, he looks good for 100. He's still nimble. He's moving around. He's one with his chi. They did a good job with that episode specifically because they talked about a bunch of philosophies and applied it to what's been going on in the world, like with the Fire Nation, his friends, all this other stuff. That kind of it all melded well. That was a very good episode. All in all, it's been dope so far. Season 2 with the new character, which is awesome to watch her fight. The disappointment here is Zuko, because fuck, you wasted my time with that goddamn episode of you becoming a new person, and then you like. Not even a hesitation, just, I could betray, did it. Why? I guess it'll be answered in season 3.
Not only a disappointment to his father, but to all of his fans.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude. That was a chance, dude. But whatever. We'll see what happens in season 3 then. I've been watching it, but we'll get to that next week, I guess. But I definitely enjoyed it. If you like the first season, it's more of that. They're exploring more. It's a little bit more of the politics stuff, because I think it's in season 2 they meet his dad, Sokka and Sokka. Sorry, not Sokka. Sokka and Katara's dad for a bit. So I mean, you finally get to meet his dad, and then in the third one they do. I might not spoil it because when I get to that, I'll talk about it. When I get to it, I will talk about it. Sorry.
I don't remember.
It's before the
when
Guru
did they meet
episode.
His dad in season 2.
Before the Guru. Because before he goes to the Guru, he drops off Sokka with his dad, and then goes to train with the Guru.
Oh,
And then you meet the dad there.
gotcha. What did you think of the cactus juice episode? Where they're in the desert and they drink the cactus juice, and they're like, and Sokka's like, look at the mushroom.
Yes, when he's literally walking.
Mushroom.
He's so high. Again, he's there for funny. And he's done a fantastic job so far with the funny. He's definitely the comedic relief, and I like him. But in terms of the W's, not there yet. Not at all there. Where? What's the W's?
I can't
Where's
say
it?
until you finish the show.
Got it. So the first 2 seasons of not the W's don't count? I've seen 2 seasons.
There's W's there. You're just blind to them.
Got it. All right. So you can tell me season 1 and season 2 W's right now.
I won't until you finish the show.
Got it. So you're gonna have a list of season 1, season 2, and season 3 W's when I finish. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
You might have to start that homework and writing down that long list of W's.
Look how calm I am right now. Don't worry.
Yeah, I mean, because you're embracing death. That doesn't mean
Don't worry at all, dude.
you walk up to a chopping block and there's nothing left for you to do, so you're just accepted death.
No, I got a stack.
Yes, a block stack. If you put your leg, you put your head on it, and then another stack drops on top, and you're dead.
Like Travis Scott said, standing on my money, I'm 9'2". So
That's not a lot of cash.
like how tall he is.
Yeah, 9'2". That's how much cash you got. Oof.
Yeah.
He needs to go back to the bank.
I mean, they're all checks.
Oof. And still only 9'2".
Oh shit, he got him.
Oof.
Travis Scott beef confirmed.
Let's get it. What's he gonna do? Yeah. I can block that.
He's gonna turn into a meal at Walmart.
I will. Oh my god. So yeah, season 2's been dope. I like the new character. What's it? It's Iroh, right?
Iroh, yeah.
I don't know why his name and Zuko. I keep saying the wrong thing. I keep playing like Zako and something, and then Izo earlier with the uncle.
It's because you're stuck on. It's because you're stuck on the DBZ guy.
Guy.
Your favorite guy, the
Jacko?
Jocko, yeah.
God, he's too good. He really is. He's overpowered, and they don't let him fight. this is over. Anyway, but yeah, this is over. This review's over. This is awesome so far. First 2 seasons have been fun to watch. Now I'm on the 3rd one, and I'm watching it more often in season 3 because obviously it's the last season, so I'm assuming more things are happening, which they are. Spoilers. And I'll talk about that probably next week. There's more episodes in season 3, by the way. I didn't notice there was an extra, like I think 3 episodes or 4.
Only one. There's 2020 and 21.
Then what the hell am I looking at? I gotta go look.
I don't know, but
it might be the specials then, like the Chibi episodes or something they're added on there. Anyway, then I'm almost halfway there. Whoa! All right, I talked enough for a bit. I need a break here. Oh, Randall, finally, you saved Harlem. Nice. For anyone who doesn't know what the hell that means, he finished Miles Morales.
oh shit.
Spider-Man on PS5. Javi in the chat, depending on where you're watching, they put the last 2 episodes together into one. That might be why. No, that means that would be less. So why am I thinking there's 24? I don't know. Spider-Man Miles Morales, Randall. You've been waiting and waiting for a PS5 so you can buy this game and play through it. The time has now come. You have survived Harlem's destruction. Or prevented Harlem's destruction. How do you feel?
Prevented.
What did I say? Prevented, right?
At first you said something different.
Survived it.
Yeah. I really enjoyed this game thoroughly.
Nice.
I milked it for as long as I could.
Yeah, you did.
But the inevitable came.
Yeah, it did. What's your favorite move? Your favorite gadget, actually? Or did you not use gadgets?
I used all the gadgets.
So I'd imagine you were playing it on the hardest difficulty, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you're playing like on the easiest, like me, I didn't really use gadgets because I could just punch everything. But on the hardest
Getting
difficulty,
hit on the hardest level,
probably
it's
hurts.
like more than half your energy.
Yeah, that's why I can't play that. I'm not there for that. I'm Spider effing Man. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna get hit once and half my health's gone. No.
But I will say I rarely got hit.
Ooh, flex on him.
No, I'm not flexing. It's just the way they design the game.
That's the problem.
Spider-Man is really fast.
I'm letting you know you're not flexing. I need you to flex on him. Hardest difficulty, you don't get hit that often. Why?
Because the way he moves.
Nice. So did you stay up in the air and stuff, or did you are you like a hybrid of going to the ground, hit a couple times, then swing around? Did you do stealth, take out as many people as possible, or you just walk up like Ghost of Tsushima style and like, yo, who wants to fight me?
Well, first of all, when I started out with the vanilla ground combos.
Okay.
And once in a while, I would like web people up.
Ooh.
And then as I progressed through the game and got more comfortable with the controls, I started to change it up where I did more air combos.
Yes.
And then I eventually advanced from air combos to like just using everything. Like I would like do an air combo and swing around and come back and attack people, and then I started using more gadgets. But ultimately when I played, I used more of the stealth approach.
Yeah.
Because that's
One shot at kill.
That's more true to my
Spidey.
style of play.
Oh, okay.
Which is closer to Batman.
Mhm.
Like even when I play Arkham, all the Arkham games, I always like my initial approach is always to like take people out without being seen.
Yeah. And if you get seen, fuck it, it's time to throw hands. Or do you run away till you can restart the stealth stuff?
Yeah, I would. So in the case with Spider-Man, it's different than Batman, where it's like if I get spotted. So there's like, which I'm sure you know, but there's a feature where like you can equip what you call it. It's not a gadget, but it's like a perk or whatever. Where if you get spotted, he immediately goes invisible.
Yeah.
So I use that perk, and most of the time, like if someone spotted me, which wasn't very often,
flex on them.
It would get that would trigger and it would immediately get me out. Except for where there's this group called it's the Underground, and it's Roxxon.
Mm-hmm.
Roxxon has this gadget that like nullifies your invincibility. So if you go invisible, they like trigger some device, and then it sends like a shockwave, and then you're no longer invisible.
Because it shortens the suit's invisibility thing.
So
It's like a little EMP.
Yeah, man, I man, it was really fun. The controls was very good.
Yep.
The swinging was very good. The combat was very good. It was extremely responsive.
Yep.
At any point, did you think or say out loud, maximum spider or web throw?
I said web throw. I didn't say maximum spider because he doesn't really have
a maximum spider move.
Play it again.
Well, wait a minute.
He doesn't have a maximum Spidey move. That's one when he goes like this. I kind
of did like a maximum spider move one time, but it was like a corner combo. So like, what I would do is I would like knock people in the air, and then if you delay the first attack and then you attack, you can immediately go into a web swing. Mm-hmm. So if you do that while they're near the wall, you can kick them into the wall, bounce off the wall, and then web swing and kick them again.
Oh, okay.
And then you could keep doing that, but it has to be like in a corner or next to a wall or something like that. So that to me, that was.
What you gained from that?
I don't know. I was in the moment, man. But yeah, I was getting a lot of Venom meter really quickly. Actually, since you mentioned combo, there was one combo that I did on the final boss that I like the entire time I was doing these combos, I was thinking of Brian. I was like, Brian was here, he'd be proud.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I did this combo where, so you know how like the final boss is like doing all these overpowered moves, and you have to like swing to her because she's constantly moving all over the place,
and she's throwing a bunch of like huge projectiles. You got to like jump over or dash to the side. Yeah.
So I would swing around or whatever, but as soon as I was able to go invisible, I would go invisible, and then I would swing towards her, and I would immediately pop her in the air, hit her with like a four hit combo, web grab her, do the web grab that does the circle and slams her on the ground.
Yeah.
And instead of just landing, I would kick her when I slammed off the ground, I would come down and kick her off the ground, and it would pop her back up.
Oh, okay.
And then I would go up in the air again and redo the combo again, and then I would come down with the Venom punch on the last hit.
Oh, nice.
It was pretty nasty.
So I did like 75%.
X Factor?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was getting really pretty sick with it, man. That's what I loved about this game, because the ability to be creative with your combos was like, it wasn't limiting. Like I was doing some sick stuff. I even thought about going back, like redoing some missions and recording it just to like post something, but I don't know if I'm gonna do that or not.
You can play it in New Game Plus if you wanted to.
Yeah.
That way you can start with all your moves from the get go, and you can fight bosses in the beginning with stuff.
The story was extremely well done. The story was good. It was a tearjerker, and it was emotional. I did all the side missions first, or as many as I could do first before continuing with the main story.
With the main stuff.
So by the time I got to the main story at the end, everything was already done.
It was cleared?
Yeah.
Nice.
Only negative that I have to say about the game is that
there's no DLC yet?
Nah. It has to do with control. So
okay.
Even though the control is really good and very responsive, it's a little too overpowering that's not how I want to say it. I wish they implemented some sort of touch sensitivity when it comes to jumping. Because like sometimes I would be like,
I get that.
I would be like on an edge of a building, and all I want to do is just jump to the other building or jump to like a platform that's like right next to the building. And if you do an initial jump, just doing a jump, if he doesn't jump far enough, you would have to like swing to it, but you don't want to do like a full swing, because if you do a full swing, then he goes like 3 buildings over.
Yeah, he goes.
Yeah, so I'm like. So you have to like swing and then cancel the swing, but if you cancel the swing, he does a backflip and you end it back where you started.
Yeah.
So it was a couple of times it was really frustrating where all I was trying to do was just jump to a platform that was right next to the building. And I'm like doing Cirque du Soleil moves trying to get to this one spot. And I'm like, come on, man.
He's getting stylish with his jumps.
Yeah, man. He'll go into animations when he's running up the wall, swinging through stuff and like climbing over junk. And all I wanted to do was just jump to another platform. And sometimes like it cost my my stealth because like nobody saw me, but because I was trying to get to this one spot, he's doing all this extra stuff. Oh, that's Spider-Man.
And you just look up and he's just spazzing out, backflipping. Like, what the hell's wrong with him?
It was awesome.
Cool.
I really enjoyed it.
Game of the year?
I think when did it come out? No, I think it doesn't count for this year. When was the release date?
Large.
Spider-Man, Miles Morales. Release date. Did it come out in November? It came out in November. Wait, but what about PS5? No, because it came out release date for PS5 as well.
I was gonna say the games that came out last year.
Yeah, November 12th. Damn, I missed it.
Oh fuck! I failed you, Kelsey.
What'd you say?
I failed you. I don't have your stream open. I forgot. I'm sorry.
You're good.
Okay.
No, it just disowned me right now. To be honest with you.
God, would it have been your game of the year last year?
Okay, I'm used to my friends letting me down, so
Probably.
Most likely. Got it.
My favorite suit was was between the Spider-Verse one and
the black and yellow one I saw you post.
the Uptown. Yeah.
That's what it's called, the Uptown one.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Whenever you would jump off the building with the Spider-Verse one, did you start going
It was playing in my head when I was using it, but I didn't use it for very long. I'm trying to remember all the suits that I wore. I think I might have changed suits maybe like 3 times.
Well, that's way more than I did.
Because like when you would go get when you would do side missions, sometimes it would just automatically change into the new suit. So like if you go to the
that's true.
to the dude at the corner store,
You get the cat one.
yeah. And then I was like, well,
I
I
think it
want to
was
see what
Giveon.
happens if I use this suit fighting somebody while the cat is on me. And like if you do a what is it called? Finishing move.
Yeah.
The cat would jump out the book bag and
help you?
Yeah, and
Oh, that's pretty
scratch
good.
him or whatever. And then after that, I immediately changed back to the Uptown.
Just so you can see that it can do something.
Yeah, I just wanted to see if it like did something, and it did. And it was like, well, okay, that's cool. I don't really like cats, so moving on.
Moving on. It should have been an ability to choose. Like maybe he had both a cat and a dog, and they were named different things.
Oh man, if he had a dog, then that would
have been it.
Yeah. But I like the Uptown suit the best. I'm surprised that.
Suit of the year?
He said suit of the year.
I think that's the best suit to me in the whole game. They had this one suit that was like, it was cool. It kind of reminded me of Daft Punk a little bit, but it was just too extra, man. Like it's too much was going on. It was like a futuristic
version of it, and then
it had like a cyberpunk. He has a cyberpunk like looking type jacket on, and he has a helmet that's like all digital. It kind of reminds you of
this one.
Bedazzled nipples.
Bedazzled nipples.
That's what I did with my bedazzler.
Yeah,
that one.
wasn't the first thing I did.
If he had left the jacket off, like that would have been better. The jacket was just too much. And then you get one that's from your uncle, which is it's kind of cool, but I only wore it for a little bit. One thing I done that's at this point I'm kind of nitpicking is like before you purchase a suit, it gives you like all information on the perks of the suit. So you're like, oh, okay, you can do this, you get this buff or whatever. But if you bought a suit and then you want to go back and you can't remember what each suit does, that information is no longer available.
Really? It doesn't show like on the right side?
It just says that it's been collected.
Oh, that's bad. So you have to just go through the actual perks and look for what's attached to it?
I'm talking about with the specific perks to the suit, not the gadgets.
Oh, okay.
So like some suits give you certain buffs,
Mm-hmm.
but you only know about it before you buy it.
And
Once
then-
you buy it, if you don't remember what it does, then you don't remember exactly what the buffs are.
Oh wow, that seems like an
That doesn't
oversight.
sound. Yeah, that's weird. Like there's. So
Oh, well.
you only get to see what the suit's powers are at time of buying it, not after you have it and try and equip it.
Yeah, like before you can purchase it. Before you can purchase it, and of course, like just before you buy it, it gives you like the information on what the buffs are.
Oh,
Once you purchase it, and it's in your collection, if you like hover over it again or you select it, it just says that it's been collected. It doesn't give you that information anymore.
I thought when you bought the suits, it gives you the perk. I thought the things that were on the suit were the perks, and once you buy the suit, you have those perks available to swap whenever.
Well, that's the different. So there's perks that's specific to the suit,
Okay.
and then there's the ones that you can swap and change.
Oh, I don't
I'm
remember
talking
that.
about the ones that's specific to the suit. Like there's you know how like the Venom suit it has a perk for like rebuilding your Venom meter really fast.
Yeah.
Depending on what you do.
Yeah.
That's specific to that suit.
Okay.
And then there's like another suit that has like a hoodie and it's all red and it's good for stealth. But if you don't remember that, then you won't know like what percentage or like if every third hit it boosts your Venom meter by 25%. If you don't remember that, then you won't know because it no longer tells you that information. So there was like a time where I was like,
What does this do?
yeah. Like
It says that Spider-Man before you were able to see the specs, so it's
Yeah.
weird to hear that you can't see them in the new one.
Yeah, so I'm freaking
That-
out here
that's
because I
gotta
don't
be a
remember.
huge oversight. Like
Yeah,
there's-
like that's there's something
if
up
it's-
there.
it's one thing if it's literally just like a, oh, it changes the way you look. MTX is nothing, but I mean, if it's just if it's actually doing something, they should. There's got to be some place that they actively like show you that it does something.
I gotta go back and check because that's crazy. I didn't notice that. So I remember.
I mean, I'm looking at the list, and it does there's a bunch of them that don't do anything, but there are things like the tracksuit, untrackable visor mod decreases damage from ranged attacks by 25%.
But that mod is you get that for getting the suit. You can swap that.
So
Like
it's
that-
not. So maybe it's not actually the suit that does anything. Maybe you just get the
What-
mod. You just get mods.
This-
All of
this-
these are listed as mods.
So yeah, there are mods. So there's gadgets,
Yeah.
mods, and then there's the actual suits.
Yeah.
So like when you hover over the suit on the right side, it gives you the description of what the suit does.
But I can bet my left nut. That's the stuff. Those are the mods that you unlock for buying it.
Yeah, all of these are. all
Because
of these
the-
say like
Because
suit
the
mod, visor mod, or suit mod or visor mod.
I can't
They
check
don't-
here because I need to have the system in front of me, so I don't know.
because the mods cost separately from the suit. So like you there's a separate price for like buying mods that specifically do certain things, and then the suit itself has its own price.
Yeah, but you can't buy the mods unless you've bought the suit.
That might be the case with some suits, but they're like it's certain perks attached to the suit itself. Like it says this suit can do this, and then there's mods that you can attach to. Like it doesn't matter what suit you're wearing; those mods work on any suit.
But that's what I'm saying. What I'm thinking is happening is when you buy those suits, those mods unlock for any of them to use. So it might say this suit does this, but it's just that's the way of saying when this mod or this suit comes with these mods, and then you can swap whatever.
I have to show you offline.
Okay.
Because,
Yeah,
because it's separate. It's separate because there's. I don't know how any other way to explain.
I know. I have to see it because when I remember playing through it, it was I buy this suit and now I have these mods to swap with whatever suit because that was a complaint for the.
The suits themselves do anything. All of them show that any of them that come with anything says that it comes with like a suit mod or a visor mod, but nothing in here shows that like wearing this suit specifically does anything. So if that's true, like, if what Randall's saying is true, I'd love to to see it.
I'm pretty sure that it's the way I'm talking about, because the first game, that was a complaint from people, because that was the way it was in the first game, where only this suit does this, and people didn't like that because they wanted to wear obviously any suit they wanted because it's Spider-Man. So they changed it in this one. So you buy the suit, and now you have the mod that is attached to that suit, and you can swap whenever. Brian, you look.
So in the first one, you can switch mods because that's what I did. Not mods, supers.
Yeah,
least.
they swapped it from suit perks to just now having mods.
Yeah, it's not like that. Like you can't wear the Venom suit and put on a perk for stealth.
I gotta see. You gotta show me after this, because I'm pretty sure that's what they changed for this game, because people got they were mad that you couldn't swap suits in the first game because of that.
Yeah, I haven't, like, looking at all the suits. All of them say that they come with a mod. None of them explicitly say that, you know, wearing the suit only does this. The only one that I see is the spider training suit. Power transfer, turn off camouflage early to transfer a portion of the unused camouflage energy to venom power.
Ooh,
The only one that doesn't say that you know, like some type of mod.
Exclusive.
that sounds broken though. You go into stealth and just quickly swap it, and all of that goes into your venom meter.
Looks like it. Turn off camouflage early to transfer a portion of the unused camouflage energy to venom power.
Oh, a portion of it. Okay, I thought it was,
So maybe not all of it.
I was gonna say, because that's broken. Then you can do some dumb combos. All right. So do you want the DLC for this game, or do you go to where the story ended there, or do you want a sequel, or what? After finishing it, what is that feeling? You're like, I want more of this, or you like, this was nice.
I can definitely play more.
Excuse me. Nice. Same city. Would you like them to explore? Like he goes to LA or something, or to Europe or something, or like what? What are you thinking? You okay with sticking to New York?
I don't know if it matters or not. I mean, I think I
Would prefer staying in New York because
I think it's because it's a nostalgia thing, because that's where I grew up. So a lot of the stuff that I see in the game, I'm like, oh, I recognize.
I've been
this.
on them streets.
So it's like that part is cool, but I wouldn't be opposed to them going somewhere different.
Gotcha.
Must be nice to actually get to go visit again too.
To sightsee all the places you're banned from. No. Cool. So so it sounds like you hate this game and you don't recommend it.
Maybe on opposite day.
Today's opposite day.
Yeah.
Then yeah. So yeah, it's a glowing review. Yes. 1 for 1 here. Brian, you haven't played Miles Morales, correct?
No.
Got it. You have any plans?
I'm a Peter fan. I don't really care too much about Miles.
Okay.
That
Fair
being
enough.
said, Spider-Verse is probably the best Spider-Man movie, but
No, it is.
yeah.
All right. Then we'll come back to Randall for Behind Her Eyes. Brian.
We have real quick, Ozzy in the chat says, "Can we just say that Split Screen lost? Pay up a nut, bruh."
What the hell does that mean? Split screen lost? What did I lose? What did we lose?
You betting your left testicle that they were doing the mods, not suit powers.
No, we haven't confirmed it. How did I lose? We haven't lost yet.
Wants to say that you lost, that you have to give up your left nut.
He must be new here, because the person who's always right is moi. So you'll learn the hard way, I guess.
Who they gonna add in Skullgirls, Anthony?
Say again?
Who are they gonna add the Skullgirls? You're always right. I want to see.
I don't know the options, but if you give me the options, I can tell you who's going to be in it.
Say less, fam.
Okay. Is that a character name? I'm kidding. Before you do that, Brian, I actually have a question for you.
You should say they're adding GT Goku to Skullgirls.
Brian would.
That's not funny.
He would cry and drop the game. All right, Brian. So, did you end up calling Saul or what?
No, but I was advised that it'd be better if I did.
Nice. So, for 5 years or just a couple of, like?
Yeah, well, not really years, just different seasons out of the year.
Got it. Okay. And
Like 5 of those.
like 5 of those. All right, that's cool. So, how was your time with Better Call Saul? I think the last time you were talking about it, I think it was season 2 you finished?
Season 1, I think. I haven't spoken about it since.
5-0 is on season 1? I thought it was 2.
Season 1.
Okay. Go for it. So now you're 4 seasons in. You've met the cartel. You've met the big baddie in the cartel. What do you think of the big baddie in the cartel? Entertaining, right?
What's his name? Should I say names or no?
Yeah, it's fine.
You
The names
talking
are fine.
about Lalo or whatever?
Yeah.
I like him as a character.
Yeah.
My biggest complaint already was season 5. Oh snap! Haven't seen that yet.
Oh well, my bad.
Meeting Lol. Oh, okay. My biggest complaint about season 5 is literally the way it ended, because they go in thinking two possible options,
Yeah.
and it feels like they pushed out and like, we're gonna do this third bullshit result.
So you think they copped out?
I think they copped out.
Oh, we'll see next season. I thought it was a good move.
I wasn't a fan. I wanted either one of them to not be alive.
Uh-huh.
I like them. I like them both, but
Uh-huh.
it just felt. I think Game of Thrones and JoJo just spoiled us. So I need deaths. Like, make something that like make ooh moves. You know what I mean?
That's
You can copyright that.
ooh moves.
Yeah.
Got it.
Ooh moves.
Got it. You want that face on it? Because you gave it like a sensual look when you did that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh moves. Just.
Oh my God, we'll talk about that in like in a few weeks. That is fantastic.
So season 1 slapped, right?
Yeah.
Still the best episode of the
5-0
of the show, and then of the whole like world. It's high up there. It's tied for first for me.
It's tied with
That's
Joker
fine.
laugh.
Yeah, it's tied with that episode. I don't remember the name.
I think it's called The Closet.
Season 2 is cool. Season 3, I think, is when insert character is no longer there.
Yeah.
That season started with like a yes. Like, I really waited for them to say it, and I was like, to myself.
Yeah.
But then the rest of the season was like, whatever.
Okay.
Season 4 is they could have not released that and then did this season.
Oh, really? Okay.
That shit's yuck. It just a whole season of nothing happening. It would have been better if they started each episode with the Jackass intro, because they're just doing stupid shit for a whole season and nothing mattered.
Scrub season 9? Or
Oh,
that?
we're not talking about that. We're not talking. It
They have
doesn't
8 seasons
exist.
for
Yeah,
stuff,
they have
so I
8.
Yeah, so it went up. Season 3 that's when it started coming back down. And season 4, they literally just jumped with no parachute. But then right before they hit the ground, Nimbus came and saved it, and then it kind of went back up.
Oh no! I can see why you didn't like it, because it has to do with Jimmy for the most part. It has nothing to do with the cartel for the most part in 4.
So
and if I'm assuming you don't like Jimmy, then if you didn't like 4, that means you don't give a shit about Jimmy.
I like him. Okay, so here's where I am. This is my journey with Jimmy.
Got it.
Copyright that, all right? He has my attention because I want to see the origin. So season 1, season 2, you're rooting for him because you don't know the outcome. Like, if he's gonna be like someone you want to root for, or it's just like Jimmy, like he's just gonna fuck up. And then, is it end of season 3 or season 4 where he does the old lady shit? You know what I'm talking about?
I think that's 3.
That was when I was like, I'm done with Jimmy.
I'm
tired of this person. Just level up to Saul already. Because you right now, I'm not a fan.
Level up to Saul.
Yeah, I don't like when people fuck with old people like that.
Oh, okay.
I feel bad. Yeah, it makes me feel bad. So I was like, I don't. Nah. I'm
okay.
fucking with that.
So that's why you're not gonna like season 4. Season 4 is him like turning around and trying to become the good lawyer again.
Season 4 was just him doing bullshit, essentially. Yeah, he's like, oh, I have a whole year. Let me just fuck around.
Okay.
I also don't. It's just, then it was that, and then when he's finally like, oh, and I'm changing my name.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, here we go. And then he started doing like him with Mesa Verde, as they say it in the fucking
Mesa Verde, yeah.
Yeah. When he did the whole where they're trying to settle.
Yeah.
That's when I was like, that's who I want to see.
Uh-huh.
If you're not gonna be season 1 or season 2, Jimmy, give me that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then season 5 when he gets he didn't know the matchup.
Yeah.
And then the MVP of the series fucking saves his ass. Like, she's MVP when my original MVP said that she saved his ass.
Yeah.
And then he's sitting there bitching, and then I guess he's slowly coming back to being Saul, but I don't.
Thoughts about the apartment episode?
I liked it.
Yes.
See, this is why I don't like prequels, because
You know who's safe?
if there's a room with 3 people, 2 of them you've never seen before until this show, something's gonna happen either. When you see, actually, there's technically 4 people in that episode or that scene. 2 of them are not dying.
Yeah.
So then it just leaves who out of these 2, and then it's like
Nobody.
yeah.
That's that. I agree with that. That's the problem with like prequels, because you know who's safe, and when those 10. Okay, again, to defend myself with Appa, that's how I know he's fucking fine. Because I know when season 3 ends, I'm like, there's no fucking way this thing is dying now, so I don't have an attachment. Same with the apartment episode. We've seen Breaking Bad. We know who makes it to that show.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, it's either this person's dying now, and if he doesn't, okay, well.
Yeah, it's basically just that's why, like, any time where they try to make it tense, like, oh, is he gonna be all right? And in my head, I'm like, yeah. So
yeah. So move along, because
forward, yeah.
Yeah. It is.
The whole desert scene, I'm like, who are they trying to fool?
Yeah, he's not dying in this desert. So, which is hard for me to watch, yeah.
I only believe you if you punted.
Kelsey,
that's the good cat.
Someone in my chat said that your cat was fake, and I said it is fake, and then he only believed it if you kick it. So proceed. I'm just kidding.
I'm not kicking my cat.
It's a real cat.
I will fight everybody on this call first.
Yeah. I'm not gonna kick your cat. I said you kick your cat.
I know.
But why do you have to fight me? I'm not doing anything to your cat.
I mean, if it was Loki, I would give you the green light. But
what's wrong with Loki?
I don't trust her anymore.
Okay.
Not since the incident.
Not since the incident.
Okay. All right. So I mean, after 5 seasons in, Brian, do you recommend people who like Breaking Bad watch this? No. Like what? You're in deep now, so you can say, hey, stay away from this, or.
I wouldn't say stay away from this. So I wouldn't say stay away from this, but this isn't the show. I think you need to stop what you're doing and go watch. I think it's enjoyable. There's parts where it's very enjoyable. Where there's parts that make you, there's episodes that make you go into binge mode.exe.
Facts.
But most of the show isn't that.
Yeah, I can see that.
But I enjoyed it overall.
It all depends on your lawyer stuff too. If you're into like the courthouse drama and the lawyer stuff, they have a lot of that in this, which is actually engaging if you're into that. But if you're not at all, don't give a shit about the courthouse stuff, and you like the cartel stuff from Breaking Bad, you might be, the pacing for you might be different. You know, like you might not be all about it.
The one thing I have to say too, I don't like the dude from Rush Hour said that you can do better than Jimmy. I still don't understand how this works.
Oh yeah,
their whole dynamic.
Yeah, I don't know either, but we're on. It's obviously going to be a huge hit for him if she disappears. If I don't know how it ends up.
The question once I catch up, do you think you said if I think she's gonna die or something or what?
It's how does she get removed from the picture? She could be still alive in Breaking Bad, but I
think it's the vacuum guy because he still doesn't know he exists yet.
Oh, that's true.
I don't think she dies. I think she gets out of there like that. And
scot free? I don't think so. I think she gets bodied. And I think Lalo's the one to do it. It has to be. And that's why he's so straight in line and the narrative. He's like, I'm working with the big bad guys by the time what's his name gets to him? Walter? He's been working with a bunch of criminals. He knows not to. He's afraid of those people.
I'll be afraid.
I would imagine that's why, because they ripped her out of him. That makes sense. That's what I'm thinking anyway.
He doesn't look traumatized though. He just looks like I'm not trying to get back into that.
Oh, because he's good on camera. That's his thing. He puts up a front. That's what he does. He's a con man. He's not going to just look devastated, but he's going to try to slip his way out of it.
Yeah, but even then, you can see it come through sometimes.
But that's when there's a gun and punched in his face.
Not even with fucking what's his name? The guy who looks like he's hilariously old. What's his name?
The guy who looks hilariously old.
Big Law Firm. He wears blue all the time.
Oh yeah, okay. The leather
Hamlin.
man, Hamlin. Yeah, I got it.
Looks like a fucking carrot, dude.
I definitely I give him props because he does so well of me hating him. Like I don't like his character.
It's not that I don't like his character. I want him to get. That's a huge spoiler. I want him to get the same treatment as season 3 started.
Oh, okay. I guess.
I'm like, you don't serve any purpose.
Yeah,
Like,
he'll pop in from time to time, and I'm like, where is this going to lead to? And it doesn't really pan out to anything. But I'm like, okay.
Nothing that matters. That's why I'm like, write him off. I thought they were gonna write him off when Jimmy found him in the bathroom.
Yeah.
He was freaking out. I was like, okay, so he's gonna
lose it
himself, and then no, dude got bowling balled and still here.
It's true, he did get bowling balled. That was a funny scene.
I don't know. Kim MVP right now. It's if she were in Breaking Bad, second favorite character.
Technically, she is. It's the same lore.
She'd be maybe third because there's times I'm like, are you stupid? Like, there's sometimes where I'm like, what are you doing with your life?
Oh, well, I was gonna say who's gonna be your second.
Who would be my second? I'm trying to think.
Well, I mean, I have an answer for you. I'm just trying to make sure if you're gonna be correct.
Not Gus.
Oof. I mean, it's one of the main characters, Brian. The two best characters on there are the two main characters.
Mike's my first, though.
Oh, no. Then you just have the wrong answer for everything.
It's probably Walt as my second. No,
Walter White.
It's Jesse. I feel Jesse.
Thank you. You can't keep getting away with it. Don't disrespect Jesse. That kid has gone through. The show for him was definitely like his. This kid's really can act.
He's such a little bitch, though.
And he does a good job of being a little bitch, like an exceptionally good job.
If you're talking about a character who just gets L's, Anthony, that's who gets L's.
Yeah, show. I understand that, but there's a difference between catching L's and nothing happening. And Sokka has been just funny, so he hasn't caught L's, and he also hasn't got W's. That's a lie, actually. The one W he's got is in season 3, and I can't spoil it until next week. That's it.
One of the W's.
Got it. We'll see.
So you're looking at it in a different light. Think flexing on someone else, and him versus someone else and flexing, and then you'll get the point.
Kelsey, I hope you're behind him on whatever W's he's talking about, because you're on the fucking chopping block too.
All Sokka gets is W's, okay? There's no, I don't know what the L's you're seeing, but everything Sokka does is W's.
Got
okay?
it. Got it.
I'm not going to start telling you W's. I want you to tell me his L's.
Got it. I didn't say, whoa, back it up. Never said L's. I said he's not catching W's. That means nothing's happening.
So then you're going to tell me if he catches any L's or anything, and then I'll proceed after that.
Okay, it's going to be like this. Hey, so he was funny. And I guess spoiler for 3, he got his own sword. What else? Sorry. And he met his dad.
You're missing out.
Okay.
You're missing it. But no, Jesse is just every season in Breaking Bad,
something really bad happens.
Life back together.
Yeah.
And then basically Walt he just shoots him in the life. Gets shot in the fucking life.
Yeah, he has a gun that just verbally says, "We have to cook, or we have to make more," or something, and it just shoots him in the heart, and it's over.
It's his version of, "You want a drink?"
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Better Call Saul, entertaining, not fucking. I wouldn't get out of Skullgirls to watch this.
You can do both, actually.
I don't do that. That's disrespectful.
Oh.
If I'm watching a show for the first time, I'm not trying to be like, oh, let me farm shit on my phone and then look up to it.
No, I meant like if you're like if it's playing in the background, like if you have no interest, you can be like, oh, and look at it.
No, but I have to give it my full. If I'm watching something or hearing something or playing something for the first time, I usually try to be like, you know what? Let me focus on this.
Oh, okay. Okay. Kelsey.
Up.
You watch some classics.
Some classics.
Classics.
It's missing a few.
I,
Pussy.
I mean, but he picked someone on. He picked one of a personal favorite of mine on here. So I wouldn't.
Favorite.
Which one have you seen all of these for the first time? Wreck-It Ralph, Ralph Breaks the Internet, and Atomic Blonde, or did you rewatch these?
Wreck-It Ralph I rewatched. Ralph
Okay.
Breaks the Internet and Atomic Blonde I had never seen before.
Oh, excellent. So let's start with Atomic Blonde. Charlize Theron. Go ahead.
Game of the year.
I mean, the movie was incredible. Like, if you haven't seen Atomic Blonde, definitely highly recommend it. It was a little confusing to follow.
The espionage shit. Yeah.
Yeah, because like, I mean, the whole thing is about lying and covering shit up and everything, but it was an amazing movie. I mean, there was a ton of stuff going on. There was a lot of, back and forth. I really enjoyed what's his name? McGregor.
You're talking about the guy who's in Split and X-Men.
Yeah, and I can't think of his
McAvoy.
name.
McAvoy.
McAvoy.
Yeah, James McAvoy. I really enjoyed his character. John
Fucking
Goodman, amazing.
Yes.
Like, he didn't have a big part, but it's John fucking Goodman. Okay, like he is just awesome. And then the ending was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
I
fucking love Berlin.
Yeah, I mean the resourcefulness was amazing. It was really awesome to see everything.
CQC.
CQC.
The fighting.
Oh yeah, the fighting was awesome. I felt really bad about the French girl.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought she was gonna make it out. I
Yep.
thought like when the whole scene was like coming up, and then Charlize's character gets there, I was like, okay, yes, like something happy.
Uh-huh.
And then it didn't turn out that way, and I was like,
fuck,
man.
Yeah. It's good stuff.
So, all in all, like, I mean, if you haven't seen Atomic Blonde, definitely recommend going and seeing it. I mean, it was just awesome.
It's great. It's great. It's great. The fucking the stairs scene all the way down, the fight scene all the way down. Fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, everything about it was just incredible. I mean, I don't really feel like there was any slow part that you're just like, okay, let's move on. All of it was kind of building up to something. And then when, that thing happened, yeah, it slowed down, but it wasn't like a stall. It was very good pacing, a lot of information, really cool. They did a really great job of hiding things and then kind of revealing them later. You could sort of see some things, coming up, like with what's his name, tipping off the KGB.
Yeah, McAvoy.
Yeah, and then shooting the dude. I didn't think he'd go that far, but I kind of in the back of my head was like, I'm pretty sure he's gonna do something with this.
Yeah. He fucking loves Berlin. All right.
Right.
Brian, did you end up watching Atomic Blonde?
I was literally next to you in the theater.
Gotcha. Randall definitely saw it. He likes the Charlize Theron. So I know that.
One of these days I'm gonna be a person.
I don't remember when I watched, like you said, Brian, earlier, when you're watching something or listening to something for the first time, I focus on that.
You liar.
So whatever is I don't know who's there with me, I'm there to watch that, Okay. So the Ralph series.
Yes.
So you rewatched the first one, and did you enjoy it?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's just a really fun, interesting idea into the world of games, the arcade stuff, and then all connecting at the or at the surge protector and pocking and everything. It's really cool to see them have personalities and how the games interact with each other and that kind of stuff. Great characters. I think John C. Reilly plays Ralph.
Yes.
Sarah Silverman plays
Glitch.
And then you have Jane Lynch as
the Halo girl.
They model the character after her, and she just first of all, Jane Lynch is hilarious. Like I love almost everything she's in because she's usually just like some fiery bitch that's like ready to eat your face off.
Yeah.
You know. And then they have the guy from Parks
30
and Rec?
30 Rock.
30 Rock. Yeah, 30 Rock playing
What's his
Mr.
name?
Felix Fix It.
Fix It Felix.
The doorman.
Jesus, I'm looking it up now.
I can see his face. I just don't
Jack
remember his name.
Jack McBrayer?
Breyer. Yeah, something like that.
It's Jack McBrayer.
Okay, sorry. Jack McBrayer.
And then Andy Tudyk or Alan Tudyk playing King Candy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't realize Jolo Truglio was in it.
Ooh.
That name does not ring a bell.
Boyle.
Boyle? Oh! Who did he play?
He plays Markowski. I don't remember who that is.
Me neither.
They have like a ton of big names in this. Mindy Kaling, Ed O'Neill, somebody else that Adam Carroll's in it.
I thought you were gonna say
The most
Corolla.
important person that's in the movie.
So Adam Carolla, I mean, yeah. I don't know why I read Carroll.
You're missing the most important character. There's a poster of Sagat in this movie.
Wow. But Zangief is actually in the movie.
And Bison. What's weird that you just said Zangief?
Because remember, I don't do charge characters.
Because you main Bison, you're just too scared.
I am.
What's
No,
your
those are
name?
I facts. I don't like charge characters. I'm scared of charge characters, so using them.
Anthony, if your son isn't scared of them, what's your problem?
Well, you have to like nurture your kids to be better than you. All right. So like, obviously he's not scared of it because I taught him to be better than me.
No, you're full of shit.
Got him. That list of
Fucking
L's is
like
gonna be
that.
just like that too. I'm like bodied.
Rashid mains be like,
I hate Rashid. Why did he saying I like Rashid?
because you like Bison, you just won't admit it.
What does that have to do with Rashid?
That's who you main,
What's
because you're too
nothing to have
scared.
to do with him?
That's your
All
rebound character.
All right. So if you had to pick one main for me, Joker or Rashid, who is it?
Joke Sheed.
Okay. Well, we're moving on. So what did you think of the internet prop addition to the movie on the second one?
I thought it was great. I mean, it definitely was not like a letdown. It was, just as good as the first one. Really cool to see them like expand on the whole, because like I mean they're games trapped inside of the
Cabinets.
Yeah, and then he hooks up the what do you call it, the router, the wireless router, and then
Yeah.
they go into the internet. The scene where they're bidding on eBay is absolutely hilarious. Like, they've already won the damn thing, and they're like 15,000. I thought that was hilarious. And then they basically released Vines or TikToks where they take all this money and whatever, and it's like, bro, you could have just bought the thing for like $600, maybe, and then taken the 40 or 50 grand that you won or that you made and like bought out the store, out the arcade, never gets cut off.
But no, that's probably like one of those like how it should have ended clips. They'd be like, yeah, with the money you just got, you could just buy the whole thing.
Yeah. It was a really cool take. Gal Gadot, I don't know how to say your last name.
I think it's Godot. I think she said on an interview that's pronounced Godot.
Yeah. So like she plays she plays Shank, who's a really awesome, driver and
what that online game, that racing game that they go into.
What the thing's called though?
That game reminds me of what is it, Split Second, where just random shit happens in the middle of a fucking crazy race. You guys ever played Split Second? It was a racing game published by Disney, and it was really cool. It's just very underrated. No one really gave a shit about it, but it was a really fun racing game. And it was like you can like trigger catastrophes to happen, like a plane crashes in front of somebody to wipe out your opponents in the middle of a race. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was like Burnout, but instead of ramming them, you get the fucking level to ram them.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Do you remember the racing game, Carmageddon?
No.
Yes, that's the one we just run over people, I think.
Like it was like a really gruesome. It was like the first of its kind to be outside of like the Doom stuff, for and Mortal Kombat for being gory game.
It was just like,
That's kind of what I got out of it. It was like whatever the game was made me think there was like a bunch of zombies and things running around as well.
yeah,
I don't know why, because it just seemed like a post-apocalyptic, nightmare, and you're racing around trying to survive.
it was like an urban Mad Max.
Yeah.
It was good. Nice. So, did you like the second one more than the first one, or you still like the shock value of the first one of how great it was?
I feel like this is one of those rare instances where both of them were done extremely well together.
Okay.
Like it wasn't like it wasn't like the Matrix where you had the like shock value much, but it definitely was a cool concept, and then they just kind of expanded on that same concept rather than doing some stupid shit like they do with sequels. Where you're just like, why did you? This was clearly just a cash grab because it has the name, whatever, the sequel or something in it.
Yeah.
It definitely was. Both of them were definitely very well done. I liked that they kept, the original cast for most things. They continued the storyline and everything. Both of them were just really awesome.
I'm right there with you. Definitely.
I
So
don't
that sounds
remember
like
too much of the second one.
you only saw it
on the
once, though,
phone.
right?
Yeah, I saw it one time you played it, but I was on the phone, so I don't remember most of it.
Gotcha. Okay. So it sounds like it's a yes from Kelsey there.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, especially if you have like kids and things, definitely a fun series to watch. I mean, even if you're just an adult, want to watch it with your significant other, it's definitely a great movie.
Gotcha. And then a quick update for Loop Hero. You said you finished it.
I did finish it.
Let's get it.
It's awesome.
I have a question though. Before we continue, when you finish it, does it continue the loop, or is it like it's over, you got credits, and now you just start a fresh new run?
No, you get to continue. You don't.
Oh, okay.
It's not like a finish and it starts new again and
You have nothing anymore. You still have all your stuff.
yeah, you get
Okay.
to. I don't know if there's like a new game plus. It doesn't appear to have a new game plus.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure you can like clear your data and start again if you really wanted to.
Okay.
I think I put about 40 some hours into it. My very last loop, I think took me over 2 hours to finish.
Holy shit.
Because the way that it works is like you go through. So each loop, there's a boss at the end, and then there's like you fight like there's like 4 levels, and on the 4th one, you fight all the bosses. So you like have markers on your boss bar now, where as you put cards and things down, the boss bar goes up, and as soon as you trigger a boss, you have to fight the boss and kill him to continue the loop like you normally would.
Okay.
And you fight all of them before you fight the final guy. There are 3 classes. Rogue. You start out as a warrior. You unlock a rogue and you unlock a necromancer. Originally, I was only playing warrior because in the first one he was the only one that I could do anything with. And then as you like get you better understanding, unlock more cards, that kind of stuff, the necro becomes so overpowered, it's ridiculous.
Well, can you have like a
So-
bunch of Is it like a bunch of goons like they just can't keep up? Like you have a shitload of enemies and you just overwhelm them with like goons you summon?
Sort of. So you have a max number of skeletons and things that you can summon. So
Okay.
so you start out with 2, and then I think the max you can get is I think is 7, maybe 8. I think you can get 8 if you have a special trait that you unlock. Because like as you do the loop and as you get more stuff and do the loops, you eventually unlock the ability to get traits. And you like as you kill things, you get experience, and then as you fill up the meter, you level up and you get to pick a trait from 3 different selections, right?
Uh-huh.
One of them is like a 20% chance to
Oh,
summon an extra skeleton on your last summon. So if you have
okay.
there's one that gives you like +1. There's one that gives you just a +1, so you have 3, and then depending on how many items you can equip, because you start out with 4, and then there's a card that allows you to equip a 5th one. You could get +1 skeletons on each of the items. So I think technically your max is 9, but I never got that high. I only ever got 7. Um, but then there's like a whole bunch of traits that are just absolutely amazing for the necromancer. Like there's one where any direct damage that you take is split between you and your skeletons.
Oh
So
my
if you have
god.
7 skeletons,
That does
and you take,
nothing to you.
yeah, if you take 50 damage, you're taking like 8
Yeah,
damage.
like oh my god.
Like it's nothing.
Even with 5, like if you have like 3, 4, or 5, splitting that's dumb.
So my very last run, I 2 things. One, you can limit the number of cards you have. Like you can have between like 11 and 15, I think it is.
Okay.
And the lower number, if you have less cards, there's a higher chance when you get a card that it's going to be one that you need, right?
Okay.
Or one that you want.
Okay.
So there's 2 cards that I used in this one area. One is called a river, and one is called forest or thicket. And what the forest thicket does is gives attack speed to your character. And a necromancer uses his attack speed to either attack or summon a skeleton. If they don't have a skeleton, if they don't have the maximum number of skeletons summoned, when it hits the bar, they summon a skeleton. And so and the river card doubles the effect of whatever the card next to it actually does.
Okay.
So a forest gives you 1% attack speed, and a thicket gives you 2% attack speed. So if you put a river card next to a thicket, you get 4% attack speed. And then if you put another river card next to that same thicket, it gives you another 4%. So 8% total for a single one.
Mm-hmm.
By the end of it, I think I had 300 and something percent attack speed. And
Oh
so
my
my
God.
bar was just doing this.
Flying by.
And so whenever I would get into a battle, you basically immediately summon one, and then you summon another, summon another, summon another. And I think I had 5 skeletons when I fought the final boss.
Uh-huh.
But I mean, it was just ridiculous. Like the final boss does a whole bunch of really cool stuff. I won't spoil it for anybody who wants to actually play it. And I couldn't die. Like it was impossible, because I had a trait that every time my skeleton died, I was healed for 3 times the loop, 3 times loop for health. So like if I had gone around 10 times, I got healed for 30 damage every time a skeleton died.
Oh.
So if I'm literally just doing nothing but summoning skeletons and they're dying because the boss is killing them, I'm just sitting here doing this.
No problem. Here you go, another one.
Like there was a point where I thought I was actually going to die because I lost all of my skeletons at once.
Oof.
And then he just and then my guy was like, I'm not going to summon more. And I'm like, there's nobody on screen. Stop fucking attacking him, because your weapons don't do any damage. Like Necro himself only does like 4 damage a hit. Okay.
So he leans on his skeleton to do.
Yeah. And they have like their own level, and then you have a summon quality to summon different skeletons and all sorts of stuff. And I was like, if I don't summon any more skeletons, I'm obviously going to die. There's no way that I can do this, right? Because I'm just 3, 4, 3, 2, 2, like that's just not going to work.
Uh-huh.
And then finally he started I think it was just my attack speed was so quick, it hadn't registered that I didn't have any skeletons.
Oh, wow.
And so I was just hitting. Oh, I have to start summoning. And then I had all my skeletons back. But I never actually dropped below 80% HP against even the final boss, because if I took damage, I had 5 skeletons up almost always. And then all of that damage, got split. And even if he hit me for 150, that still gets split between 6 characters. And then even if it was only 3 or 4, as soon as the other things died, I had gone around 13 times, So I was getting 36 HP or 39 HP every time a skeleton died.
Oh
So I
my
got hit
God.
and then just healed.
That's
you know?
insane.
Um,
So for the last boss, did it feel, I know you just said you rolled through the fucking last boss, but did it feel like a final boss? Was he different enough than the other ones? Did he have like cool phases or?
yeah, I mean, they like all the bosses were done really well. Like there was
Okay.
definitely a new challenge with each phase, and then the final boss like had stuff that none of the other bosses did. Felt
Okay.
really good. Felt like I mean, obviously it wasn't like a challenge, but it still felt like a challenge, even with as overpowered as I was.
Yeah.
Because I just had
A
I
sick
don't know that I
build.
would be able to die.
No, it doesn't
Like,
sound like it.
period. The bosses do get more powerful the longer you like wait to summon them.
Yeah.
And at one point I thought I was gonna just be at like 20 or 25, and not be able to like summon them
Mm-hmm.
or until I summoned them because I kept getting this one card that I couldn't use or a bunch of cards that I couldn't use anymore because my loop was full.
Oh.
And I'm like, well, I can't put anything down on the loop itself, and I'm not getting anything I can place on the outside. So I don't really know what's going to happen if he can just one-shot me, or if any time that he summons a skeleton, he just kills them and it just keeps attacking me.
Yeah.
But yeah, all in all, like I mean, I think I had like 43 hours or something in it. It's definitely a lot of fun. Definitely got my money's worth because I think it's
Nice.
like a $20 game. If you like roguelites, definitely gonna enjoy this game. If you like card
Card builders, you got it.
yeah, card builders, you're definitely gonna like this game.
Or deck
'cause it
builders,
does a
sorry.
deck builders, and it does a very good job of mashing the two together.
Nice. Yeah, I might have to just end up buying it to support it. You'd like to see it. Like good games come out, especially from the indie crowd. All right.
I might do it as well. I've been tempted to, but I'm like, I have stuff to play, but then I'm like, but it's on sale. But then I'm like, I have stuff to play, and then I play a game that it doesn't have a story.
Yeah.
I mean, you're more than welcome to, because I think we're part of the whatever that family sharing thing is. You're welcome to just play it off of that.
Those are facts. Speaking of Steam, I want to applaud EA for one good thing they did. So last week I'm like, oh, I forgot that Apex is on Steam, and I'm like, should I just download it on Steam and so I can get rid of Origin? But I'm like, oh no, if I download it on Steam, it's still gonna launch Origin. To my surprise, for Apex alone, I've looked it up on other EA games. I don't think it's the case. You don't need Origin. So if you download Apex Legends on Steam, it'll just launch the game. You sign in through EA, like it'll say, "Oh, you need to sign in," and a web browser comes up, and you just sign into EA, and you don't need the Origin launcher anymore. Or Apex Legends.
You get to get all your stuff. You
Yeah.
don't have to start over.
Yeah.
That's
So
nice.
yes, I want to commend them for that. But the other games do not support that. I'm hoping EA, if you're watching this, out of the 200,000 people who listen to this, do it for your other games, because I am down to buy Titanfall 2 again if I don't need to launch, or I already uninstalled Origin because I thought all the games were the same, like all of EA games on Steam were the same way. But then I checked the store pages for like Titanfall and Battlefield, and it's like, oh no, it still uses the client. So I'm like, oh okay. So it signifies what games do and don't need an external client, which is great for Steam. So good job on you guys. But Apex, it just says, oh, you need an account, not the client. So I'm like, oh, that's different. So when I installed it, I'm like, oh, I don't need Origin anymore, and I uninstall it. So please do that for the rest of your EA catalog, because boy will drop money for you, because I want Titanfall 2 on Steam without launching Origin. And for the next Battlefield, I better be on Steam, and I better don't need the Origin.
I better don't.
Yeah, I
and-
really hate that with because Uplay does it.
Yeah.
you
Origin
know,
does
there's
it.
another- yeah.
There's another one as well. Rockstar does it with their games. I think you can load up Red Dead and it launches the Rockstar launcher, if I'm not
Skip
mistaken.
says EA sucks. Why does anyone buy their games? That's what we wonder too.
If you haven't played Titanfall 2, play Titanfall 2. Titanfall 2 is a fantastic FPS game. It's fun. Multiplayer is fun. The single player was fun. What else? Battlefield. I have Battlefield close to my heart. I love playing Battlefield, so I'm gonna always buy and play Battlefield. So that's the only reason I play EA games, because some series are just stuck to me. Dragon Age, Like the Inquisition was really fun, so I'm looking forward to the next Dragon Age. Mass Effect had its trilogy. Now let's see what happens next. Like they have good IPs. It's just
I think it really just depends on what on who's making it. Like
Yeah.
it really depends on what company is at what the fuck
Developer.
am I trying to think? Yeah, what developer is actually doing the development.
yeah.
Because there are some that are just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You know?
Even like I'm not a huge Battle Royale fan, but the Apex is always fun to play if you got people to play with. Like yes,
but that's
EA
the same
sucks,
company that
but
made
like
Titanfall, isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah,
So-
they did a really good job with Titanfall, even though like Titanfall I had a lot of fun with. I think it was, really good, but I just didn't feel like there was enough to do. And then they released Titanfall 2, but I was kind of,
You already
over it.
you're out, yeah.
Yeah, you know,
No,
Yeah,
Titanfall 2 is my shit, man.
Skippy brings up a good point. Apex came out way too late. Like, I mean, that's why I don't play anymore. Like, I played so much of PUBG, and then what was it? Call of Duty, Black Ops.
Oh, the blackout mode. It's called
Warzone.
no.
Blackout.
It was blackout before Warzone came out. Because Black
Yeah.
Ops released their own battle royale. And I think it was
Yeah.
called Blackout.
Black Ops. They had Black Ops first. Black Ops 4 or whatever.
Yeah,
was the original.
Yeah, the mode in that was called Blackout, which is a battle royale.
Okay. Yeah, and then H1Z1, and then
Well-
Fortnite, and so many other. Like, I didn't play Fortnite or H1Z1, but I was like really into PUBG, and then that company disappointed me. And then I played Black
Yeah.
Ops because it just was way more polished. And then finally Apex came out, and Apex provided at least like a new. They didn't go with like the realistic design that a lot of them were going for. It went more with the more of the cartoony stuff, like what Fortnite does, just without all the shitty building.
Yeah.
And then, but like at that point, like I played for like the most of the first season, and I was just like,
Burnt
I'm
out.
done. I really just don't. I don't care about shooters anymore. Like, I haven't played a shooter in forever.
Oh no, I'm
Counter Strike released a survival mode. Like, it was.
I'm all about the first person shooters primarily, so I'm always back in it. Like I played Battlefield 4 a couple weeks back, and I still love it. It's great. So yeah, it depends on. It all depends. EA as a publisher, yeah, I have my gripes with them, but the developers that they own, unfortunately, they do great work. Like Titanfall 2, Apex run great. They play great.
The Star Wars Dark Souls game, isn't that EA?
Yeah. I mean, they're published it.
Who made the
Fallen
Star Wars
Order?
game?
Like,
Yeah,
look it up.
because that one was actually really well done.
And that's EA publishing. It's
Sure,
just they're
Taylor
not.
Sally.
They're not the developers. Developer was Respawn, people who did Titanfall.
Yeah, that's why. Like, basically, it's like, what game's coming out? Did Respawn make it? Don't buy it. Like,
Yeah.
unless Respawn made it, don't buy it.
I'm
Because
telling you, dude, they got a good team over there.
like Anthem was a huge disappointment. They
Yeah.
finally pulled the plug on that.
Finally, move on to another IP or try again some other time. Like, it's unfortunate. I was hyped for Anthem too. Like when I saw that first demo of them flying around like Iron Man, I'm like, my time is here to
But
pretend
I mean, it
to
turned
be
out
Iron Man.
Just like Destiny 2. Like, they're relying a lot on the whole procedurally generated crap to make the game have a lot of content.
Oh no,
There's
for
not a lot
me,
of content.
it died because it just didn't feel good to shoot. Destiny, I can play Destiny all day because it feels great to shoot things in Destiny. But Anthem, when I played that demo, I'm like, the flying's nice, but then the combat felt like not satisfying. That's just me though. And then the story, I didn't really care. I didn't pay attention much to the story in the demo because it was a demo
For what game again? Sorry.
for Anthem.
Oh,
And then they had just everything weirdly. It was all set up weirdly. Like the hub was set up weird. Like the way you would interact with your friend, your parties, it was just all weird. So Anthem was like came out of the gate just weird.
I still think that fan game Andromeda was them using a bigger IP to beta test an Anthem.
I mean, a lot of once EA declared, there was a point where they're like, oh, all of our games will be on Frostbite. That's when a lot of IPs tanked because like the people who made Mass Effect, they were forced to use Frostbite instead of Unreal. And that's when Andromeda came out, if I'm not mistaken. Inquisition came out pretty well done, and that's using Frostbite, so they lucked out with that because Inquisition was fun. I think Anthem was forced to use Frostbite as well, and I think there's another one. I don't remember if there was another one. What are we talking
I
about?
don't remember. But
Oh, I was
like,
praising the EA on Steam thing.
Like that's great. Like I really hope that they do that because I really hate having to have 93 different launchers to play
a game.
You know, yeah.
I like
the worst is when you like, oh, it's on Steam, and then you buy it on Steam, and it's like loading, Uplay, loading Origin, and it's like, no, I want to just have everything in one fucking catalog. I don't want to have all these fucking launchers.
Which now, to Steam's credit, it lets you know if you need an external client, which I looked it up when I found out about the Apex thing, and now EA is doing that with Apex. Hopefully their future titles do the same thing, and Ubisoft, I'm looking at you now. Please follow suit. I don't need to. There's a bunch of people playing Rainbow Six Siege who have Steam. Let them install it on Steam, and they can connect to Ubisoft Connect through a web browser or something. There's OAuths everywhere. You can do the same way EA did it. You just throw in a fucking link in there to sign in, share the token. You're good to go. We're done. There's no need for this. Hey, we need another fucking install or launcher for no fucking reason.
Yeah, but I have it on both Uplay and Steam, so they should just give me everything in the game then.
That's true. All right, so I just wanted to give him a little bit of props for that, because now I got to uninstall Origin and I can still play Apex every once in like 2 months. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and talk about Your Honor. It's a TV show. Her. Got him. Yeah, sorry, Your Honor. It's a show about a a judge played by Bryan Cranston, and his, where does that keep coming up? And his kid, who they lost he lost his wife and he lost his mother, I think a year ago, and from when the show started, when the story starts. The kid gets into an accident, a car accident, and kills the person he got in an accident with. The kid that he hit was on a motorcycle. The motorcycle hit his car. He went flying. The kid dies. That kid that died is a son of a crime mob. So you find that out actually like later on in the pilot episode. But instead of calling for help and stuff, the judge's son has asthma, and because of that, he doesn't get to comfort the kid. The kid dies on the street, and he panics and just drives away and tries to get away from the situation. Yeah, Brian. There's a lot of the first episode is Brandon would not like to watch it because it's like, why would you do this stupid shit? It's a lot of that, all those mistakes, and then bam, the judge finds out what he does, and now the story continues. The kid, now that the investigation starts, how did this kid die? They have to live with, hey, the kid's a murderer because he just killed a guy and just left him there to die in the middle of the street. And then I guess that's not spoilers. By the second episode, third episode, the judge, which is Bryan Cranston, takes the blame for it in some way. For once he finds out whose kid it is, he knows it's a crime mob. Crime mob? No, a mob, like a mafia's kid.
It's a maid kid.
Yeah. No, the kid wasn't made. He was just his kid. But it was his son that died. So
yeah,
the mafia boss finds out.
Family, aren't you made?
Sure, but I think it's that after a certain age when you start actually doing operations.
Like knee transplants?
Yeah, just like that. Knee transplants and heart transplants and stuff. Anywho, I guess I'm not going to spoil the rest of it because it's actually super tense and super suspenseful is the word of the day, people. Dímelo. But
how long is each episode?
About an hour. There's only 8 episodes.
Is it like a 40-minute hour, or is this an hour?
It ranges from 40 to 55, and depending on the episode, because there's some episodes where they need the time because they're in a courthouse and stuff because he's a judge. But they basically said, hey, Bryan Cranston, you know how tense you were in Breaking Bad? We need you now as that in judge form. And he does a fantastic job in it. It has the same tension, the suspense, because now he's under the microscope of the law, because he's hiding a fugitive pretty much, because his kid is the one that did what he did. And then the mob, which slowly starts blaming him for this death of his son, because obviously his son doesn't know how to hide anything. So like, there's evidence everywhere. Things point to him and his family, and now he's, again, I'm not gonna spoil a lot of stuff, because a lot of it is a lot of unveilings and how people get to know the information they know. The acting's fantastic. The tension is there. As soon as shit starts hitting the fan, like once they hit the fan, you're like, oh fuck, that's messed up. Once you find out whose kid it is, and you're like, oh dang. Once they find out, oh, they sort of know who did it, and then now you're like, oh shit, is he gonna get away with this? And now the tension is on. And then it's mafia, so you don't know when anyone's gonna get clocked. So,
well, if they invite you to a diner or an alley.
That's true. And there's some diner scenes, so
I already knew.
But yeah, if you're a fan of Bryan Cranston's performance in Breaking Bad, he brings a lot of that into this role. And yeah, it's that. Bryan Cranston for me was the reason I kept watching this, because it does a good job. The story was pretty good. Dialogue was great. Again, performances were really good. I'm trying to figure out if there's anybody else in this show that you guys might know. One of the detectives, I think you guys will definitely know. Oh, and the mob boss guy. You'll know who he is. You might have seen him in other stuff, but I forgot his name. I don't know any of the names besides Bryan Cranston. But yeah.
Bryan Cranston in this?
Yeah, Bryan Cranston. Your Honor, Bryan Cranston. That's because he just did the most. Like, in terms of range, in terms of like good scenes, like it's...
You're talking about Malcolm in the Middle?
Yeah. Malcolm in the Middle in this show is just fantastic.
You talking about the dentist in Seinfeld?
The dentist in Seinfeld is just great in this. He cleans up everyone's gaps, like it's
Ozzy
great.
Wants to know if it's better than Fast and the Furious.
Nothing is better than Fast and the Furious. It's about family. All right? I don't know, it depends. Do you like Fast and the Furious? Because Fast and the Furious is like an anime to me now. It's over the top bullshit.
Ridiculous.
It's just gotten so ridiculous. It's just a live action anime to me. So, like, if you enjoyed Fast and the Furious, it's nothing like this. Your Honor is nothing like Fast and the Furious. So, if you were hoping it was, then you're going to be sadly disappointed with Your Honor.
They're going to put that review on the back of the box. It's nothing like Fast and the Furious.
ADLR. ADLR from the Split Screen Losers. But yeah, I highly recommend it. It was like only 8 episodes, I think, hour long. It gets to a point where like I think Brian mentioned earlier, like there's like an episode you're like, I gotta watch the next episode. There's some episodes that leave you like, oh fuck, like I want to see what happens in this scene, or this altercation, or someone gets confronted and you're like, oh shit, how are they gonna get out of this, or how are they gonna talk their way out of it if they can? So, and I don't know if there's gonna be another season, because when I looked up if there was, they never mentioned if there's gonna be renewed, and everything that I find, it says, oh, it ran from 2020 to 2021, and that's it. So I think it's just a mini series. But I mean, they can, I guess, by the ending expand on it, but the ending felt pretty finale-like, But that's it. Go for it. Bryan Cranston fans. Bryan Cranston's in this. Bryan Cranston.
Can't go wrong with Bryan Cranston.
Yeah. Randall. What's behind your eyes?
Nothing.
What about her eyes?
Nothing.
Oh, was it bad?
No, it was good.
Oh, okay,
Really
I'm like, I thought you were going to say there's nothing there. I saw an entire series. So the series is called Behind Her Eyes. Came out this year.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a mini series or is it just like definitely season 1, and there's gonna be a second one?
I don't know if they're going to do a second season. I didn't look to see if they were,
Okay.
but they could.
Okay, so everything's contained in this one nice season.
The way they ended it was
Up for like an opening.
yeah.
Okay, that's good.
It was one
okay.
of those endings where it would be fine if they didn't continue it.
That's what I was gonna ask. Is
But
it
it
still
was also-
satisfying?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
but it's also they definitely could explore a little more.
Okay, so tell me about like the pilot episode or maybe like the first 2 episodes to get us to like what's this about?
So it starts out with this couple, and basically the show is about this. Well, it's actually about four main characters, but it's kind of centered around a couple.
Okay.
And basically, the way it's introduced as there's definitely something wrong with this couple as far as like between the husband and the wife.
Like mental health, or is it like
No, like
getting divorced?
Like she loves her husband very much.
oh, like very clingy, like it's very
I don't want to use the word clingy because I think
Like
that's
codependent?
it's a matter of perspective.
okay. That's probably a better word for it then.
No, not codependent at all. She just loves her husband very much. She's very affectionate.
Okay.
Like how I mean, like, again, it's a matter of perspective. Some guys don't want their wife to be very affectionate. Some guys want their wife to be. Very
Just like so that she's like very high on PDA stuff, like public.
she's
like
very expressive.
okay, that's
She's
different.
not. She never came off as clingy or annoying, but she's like very like she verbally expresses and she shows that she loves her husband.
Oh, in a good way. It's because when you said it, you smile like, oh, she's trying to kill him or something. Or
Well,
like,
no. So like the way it's introduced is like she's very affectionate. Like she'll get up in the morning and she'll make him breakfast. She'll make his coffee or whatever the case is. And what?
rides him. I hope so.
We're gonna keep this P3.
Yeah, but okay. You mean PG?
PG, yeah. Sorry.
What do you say? PP?
No.
PC.
What's going on over there?
Brian, I think he's looking at PP is what he's looking at.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he was supposed to be a man of God. I think something else is going on.
That's yeah. What are you doing, Brian?
Penis.
I mean, if she looks good enough.
Wow.
What? We're in the bad zone here. We're red zone alert.
I'm just trying to talk about your behind her eyes, and you guys keep talking about penis.
You see Brian Buffer there?
Yeah.
He's like, go for it.
What was I saying?
You said that he would wake up in the morning, get her breakfast
so,
and stuff.
Breakfast, coffee, all
Yeah.
that stuff like that. She even walks out with him, tells
Like have a nice day and stuff.
She like, yeah, like have a nice day or have a good day at work, and then she'll say I love you.
She's a
was
serial
like-
killer. She's gonna be a serial killer or something.
Nah, he was like, I know. And then just walked away.
What an ass!
I was like, wow.
Did he do that as like a Star Wars joke, or like he does that every time?
Yo, he's like cold, bro.
Oh wow.
And I'm like, at first I'm like, okay, I don't like this dude.
Yeah. He's being very unappreciative right now.
Yeah. And whenever like they had a dinner with some people, like it wasn't at their house. They went to someone's house, and it was like a group, like a little gathering, and they had dinner. And he wasn't sitting next to her, which was weird.
Okay.
Yeah. They was actually like sitting at opposite ends of the table. So anyway, during
That's
the
Shannon's preference.
Staying as
You
far
don't
away.
listen to me.
Yeah. Or did he fart a lot or something? Or
No, I don't want to sit next to her. She uses her fucking elbows the whole time. She like cuts like this.
oh, okay. So she does one of these.
Yeah.
Okay. I get that.
So
I'm waiting for you to be like, yo, she's an alien. She kills people. Like what?
so
And he knows
you
it.
can tell there's beef between them because there's a lot of sarcastic banner, I guess, if that's the word you want to use, in the conversation between the two. Like,
But
he'll say something smart that's very well. It's not blatantly smart, but it's like a sarcastic undertone.
like a passive aggressive statement.
Yeah.
Where it's like not directed at her, but like it's directed at her.
Well, yeah. Like to some, like if you was at the table, you'd be like, okay,
You're like, that's
I don't know what
weird.
that was about.
Yeah, like, yeah, I know what you mean.
And then when they get home, it's like he's getting undressed or whatever. No, he goes to get some alcohol to get something to drink. and she walks up to him and she's like, again, really expressive, like I love you and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But then the next scene is like them going ham in the bedroom.
That's what I'm talking about.
And but you could tell he's like, you could tell like he's not really into it. Like it's almost like
he's going through the motions or something.
His mind is like, I don't want to do this, but then his mind remembers that he's having sex with a woman, so it's like, yeah, we need to be doing this. And then it's like, but I don't really want to do this. So like you actually see his face goes through like these different emotions of like,
what the hell,
disgust and
enjoying himself.
Just handle this to back to disgust to like.
That's weird.
So and you could tell she's like constantly trying to get him to express himself, like to be on the same page or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So
it sounds like it's one-sided then. Like it sounds like he's got a problem. She's okay.
Yeah. But as the show goes on, things start to get revealed. But like it's revealed in a sense like it's like a dangling carrot. It's like, I want to know more. What happened? Why is he like this towards? Why is he treating her like this?
Okay, so now I have a question for you. Is this WandaVision levels of dangling?
In what way?
Like we don't want Brian, spoilers for WandaVision? Thank you. All right, thank you. Wait. No, wait. Okay. We know how we didn't find out about most of the stuff that's happening until like the penultimate episode. Like, do they sprinkle enough into? They'd be like, "Oh, I found something out," and then, okay, it's enough to keep me going, or is it just like literally we have no idea why until like they told us to?
Kinda, but not really. Because with WandaVision, there was always just this one problem that you were trying to find out. With the TV series, there's multiple things happening. There's more than one problem.
Oh, okay.
So you find out the answer to certain problems before
different points. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. Okay. You guys are good. You guys can come back. You guys are good. Come back. Come back to me. Slowly. Come back. There we go.
This doesn't tell me anything. If you sat here and went like that would be
this
better.
should tell you everything, because I'm looking at you saying, come to me. Me.
Do you know how often you do this just for like random shit? No, do like this.
I don't do this that often.
You do.
Do you see how long I'm doing this? You see?
You should be doing, instead of doing that, just yell as loud as possible. And then
I'm not going to do that because there's audio listeners. I'm not going to just yell as loud as possible.
Well, then how are we going to get your attention?
What?
Then how are we going to get your attention?
So behind her eyes.
So
accents in this?
Yes. So as I was, it's all European. So as I was,
Brian's in it.
As I was telling Anthony a couple of seconds ago, there isn't just one problem. There's multiple problems, and each problem gets revealed more and more. Some things you find out exactly what's wrong before others, but eventually you find out the ultimate thing at the end of the season, at the very last episode, and boy, is it worth it.
Okay, so the payoff is good.
Oh my God, it's
huge.
It's one of those payoffs where it's like, now that you know this information,
a lot of stuff makes
everything that you saw before makes you immediately go back in your mind and you remember everything that you've watched. And you be like, oh my God.
Okay.
You know
that type of
reveal. Like, okay,
yeah.
Those are good.
All because he turned himself into a pickle.
Yeah.
I feel like I know. With what he's been saying, I feel like I know what it is.
Okay, well, here's what we can do.
You have no idea what it is.
Okay, well, here's what we're gonna do.
Even with all your futuristic exploits that you've been pretty good at,
he's a time
there's
traveler.
no way on God's green earth you would figure this out.
So, right here on this podcast, episode 133, Randall, do not react in any physical way. Brian, what's your guess of what happens?
Some kind of affair.
Not some kind. Not some. No, we're here. What is your guess?
Okay, I think so here's where I think. Boom, right? he said that she's very affectionate,
Mhm.
and he's very cold. So
Okay.
in my head, I'm going through the whole process in my head. So
Okay.
either he's like is it like some sort of autism or something like that? Or, you know how like they're very it's hard to express emotion. They're very like matter of fact, and I guess they can be perceived as cold.
Okay.
That was the first one. But if he's over here just saying stuff like, "Was she put out more?" or something, like he's making those kind of jokes or something. He said passive aggressive, so that's what played in my head.
Okay.
I'm assuming he blames her for something.
Uh-huh.
She's in the wrong, and she's being that overly affectionate because she fucked up. That's what I'm thinking.
To compensate.
Yeah. So somehow she slept with someone and he knows, but she doesn't know that he knows.
Okay. And the
I
prediction?
know some people just get their satisfaction by, helping others or being nice to other people.
I mean, that's true, but that's not how he smiled and then described how overly affectionate she is.
I couldn't see that, so he doesn't have his own stream, so it does, it doesn't help me at all.
So I'm assuming some kind of I'm going with that.
Okay.
I'm going with affection.
So that's your prediction. Cool. You can move on. Well, when you watch it, when are you watching it?
How many episodes is this?
I think 8.
There you go. Nice and short.
You said like hour longish?
Nah, I think they're like 30 minutes.
Wow.
I can't remember.
That's not bad.
To be honest with you.
Okay.
But I think they are like 30 minutes.
Okay, so hold on then, because this might change my order. Should I watch? I'm probably gonna watch WandaVision if we end at a reasonable time. So should I watch that or this first?
Why not both?
I would say WandaVision because it's older, right?
Well, it depends on. I mean, it's Brian, so you might want to rethink that. I don't think he's going to be too impressed with WandaVision.
It says 50 minutes, but this is just for the whole show. I think they're hour longs.
So yeah, then maybe they are hour longs. I honestly don't remember.
But we know for a fact.
I don't know
that
if you want something to watch that's going to really see. That's the thing about watching shows, man. It's like it's all a matter of perspective. Like some things pull people in other than others. Like some people are able to like really engulf themselves into the story and just like ride along, and then there's others who try to figure stuff out. And depending on the type of person you are and what you're watching, that can either take you out of it or draw you in. I honestly don't know if I could prefer. In terms of newness, I would recommend watching this over WandaVision, just because you've been watching
MCU over
superhero movies for a while now. I mean, if you just for the
Almost
sake
10
of
years.
watching something new, I would recommend watching this before WandaVision, because I honestly do not think that you're going to enjoy WandaVision as much as I did. In fact, I think you're probably going to find it very boring and unsatisfying. But when it comes to this, the ending is
huge payoff.
It's like, again, I can't think of any other way to express what it makes you feel and makes you think. It's like, I mean, it's not anything like earth shattering or anything, but it's one of those things like, what the heck, this whole time, blah 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 blah, and this and that, and this. The ending is not your typical ending for like by any means.
Okay.
It's not one of those endings where it's like, oh, that's wonderful. It's like, what the fuck? Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm about to add this to the backlog.
It made me angry, kind of.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
So Brian comes in swinging next week.
Yeah, it kind of made me angry, and it's like the acting was very good.
Mm-hmm.
The conversations were very good because they were like, this whole time you're trying to figure out what is the issue between this couple.
Yeah.
And then, so you have that one problem, and then other people, because I remember I said it's like 4 main characters. So then the other 2 characters get introduced, and then now that creates 2 more problems.
Oh shit. Okay. And it's our snowballing.
Sounds like we're fixing a bug in programming.
Oh, talk about it.
Take one down, pass it around. 150 more bugs on the wall.
And that's facts.
I don't know what else to say, man. It's really good, man. I liked it.
Game of the year.
Okay.
This guy.
Yeah.
The ending is
Definitely worth it. Okay, that's good.
I'm telling you.
When you want a TV series, you want the ending to hit you.
This is.
So you sink in a lot of time.
Yeah.
I hope they all turn into revolvers and shoot out.
All right. Well, Brian's gonna be disappointed by the end. Ain't nobody turning into a revolvers, Brian.
You never know.
Maybe she pulls out revolvers and starts shooting.
Oh, Brian, have you seen what was the movie? The self-defense movie?
Oh, The Art of Fighting?
The Art of Self-Defense.
Self-defense, sorry. Yeah.
No.
Okay. Go watch that movie. You'll be like, what the fuck why did they make me watch this? One scene you're like, game of the year.
That's like the most
it's like
realistic response.
Yeah, like Brian Rose like, just do this. Oh, okay. All right. So it sounds like it's a glowing yes for recommendation. I might have to put this in my backlog and watch it as well. I'll see. Is that what I sounded like?
Okay, so like the thing about it is what you guys is that you guys are like super critics, man. And
I've been doing this for 30 years old. 30 years, you know?
So
you've been criticizing for 30 years.
Absolutely. As soon as I came,
tastes like shit.
Yeah, fuck you, mom. And then she hit the shit out of me. That's why I'm balding.
What did you? Is it La Chancla or Chancleta? Which one did you say it was?
Puerto Ricans say chancla, and then Dominicans say chancleta.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I definitely got belts from my dad and chancletas from my grandma, and my mom was just ordering them to do it, and then it was over. My ass hurts. My hair fell out. Don't beat your kids.
It's like the ultimate double cross, man.
I mean, you're getting too excited, you might spill something.
No, trust me. There's nobody in this chat that can figure out.
Kelsey, you want to give it a go? Brian put his...
No one.
Already got it.
I mean, there's some things that Brian guessed that are...
Close?
Are definitely... No, there are definitely things that happen, but he's not right. But there are some things in that realm that do happen.
Okay.
But it has nothing to do with the ultimate issue.
Okay. You want to give it a shot? Okay, then that's fine. It's because he threw out a challenge out there. What's up?
You give it a shot.
A guessing?
Yeah, pussy.
All right. Well, for my guess, he said it's a betrayal. No problem. She fucked his dad.
No, I said it's the ultimate betrayal.
She fucked his dad.
It's worse than that.
She fucked his granddad.
His what? What did you say?
She is his dad.
It's worse than that.
What? She's the dog?
It doesn't matter what you say. He's just gonna keep saying it's worse than that.
No, I mean, if he said something that was worse than what happened, then I would say it. But
because I remember you told me the story of that movie you saw about. What was it? He takes them into the water and then like impregnates the women and stuff like that.
It's worse than that.
It's worse than that movie that you told me?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay. Now I don't have a guess because it could literally be anything after that. After that story, I was like, what? I forgot what episode it was. I was gonna say go watch episode whatever,
bad,
but
man.
All right, we'll give it a shot. I don't know how long when I'll watch it, but we're currently watching the Night Manager.
Oh, it was that. I forget the name. It was some movie that I watched that I wanted Brian to watch to see if he could figure out what happened.
It was not I Care a Lot. The other one with the girl taking the pills or something.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot what it was called. Her? No, her's the AI lady that Joker falls in love with.
Skippy says, I read the ending on Google. I have no clue what the fuck I just read.
All right, well, we'll give it a shot, I guess.
Why would he do that?
He probably doesn't have the interest in watching it,
I guess.
so he's just like, okay, I'm gonna go see what it is. Or he might be able to still enjoy the ride. You know, some people can still know the
People don't care
ending.
about spoilers.
Yeah, some people don't care about spoilers. All right, Kelsey. Now, are you rewatching Chuck, or this is the first
I've never
time you?
seen Chuck.
Oh, you fucking
Nick-
yes.
Yeah, Nick sat me down when I was up there. We watched Chuck, and it was hilarious. Like, it's one of those things that's like been in my backlog because everybody I know who has seen it is
Yeah.
like, it's great.
Yes.
You know?
So what I
And-
need you to do now, hold on, before we continue, since he's watching, he can clip this. Praise him.
Praise him.
Yes, for sitting you down and starting the show. Praise him.
Yeah. So Nick got me hooked on it when I was up there, and then like I had a whole bunch of other stuff. I got a whole bunch of other stuff in my log, and finally I finished all a bunch of it, and then I was like, I really don't have anything that I want to do right now. And
Yeah.
then I was like scrolling through my Plex server, and I was like, oh yeah, Nick was telling me to like watch this, and like we watched like the first 3 or 4 episodes, and so I started watching it, and I've just been binging it. I'm
Yeah.
almost done with season 2, I think it is.
Yeah.
I'm on what episode am I on? Season 2, 13.
Oh man, you're blasting through it then.
Yeah, so I have about 7 episodes, 8 episodes left for season 2.
Are they half
I
hours or hours? I don't remember.
I think they're hour long each.
Yeah, they take
40,
a bit to get
43
through.
minutes.
Yeah, go ahead.
So like a lot of it is this same kind of like overplayed,
Mm-hmm.
you know, romance crap that you see in all of these TV shows like Castle, Bones,
Yeah.
you know, the whole thing where the 2 main characters are like, there's this love triangle thing that's going on, and they're like, no, but yes, but you know,
The Ross and Rachel
whatever.
shit.
Yeah. And it's like, it's really annoying, but at the same time, it's like, I get it. That was kind of because I think this was 2007, which is
Yeah.
when all of those shows like really started coming out, and so it makes sense.
Yeah, but she's Miranda from Mass Effect.
I
so-
know every time, like,
Yeah.
I was the first. What was it? The first couple of episodes, I didn't really see it, and then it like I remembered that it was her, and then when she started speaking in that Australian accent during the during one of the episodes, I was like,
Miranda. Yeah.
you know. And then there were a couple of episodes where she, you know, just the way that like she turned and the way she looked is like, that's Miranda. Like
Yeah.
you can physically see it.
They literally put her
Um,
face in the game, so
Yeah. So it, you know, I'm really enjoying it. I think it's great. You know, I love that he basically has an orgasm every time the thing activates. You know, it's just like
yeah,
Yeah.
he just nuts on screen on
Yeah.
camera.
yeah, it's definitely very much a feel good show. It's really funny. Like I think Adam Baldwin, first of all, is hilarious. I love him. He played Tank in Serenity.
Yes.
And I like every episode's the same where it's we're going on a mission. Okay, what am I doing? Well, you two are going on a date. And then he just shows up. And
Yeah.
he's just like he's always like the waiter or something. And every time he's just like shocked to see him. Like, what are you doing here? Bitch, what do you think he's doing here?
His job.
You know? And then the other night, I was looking up the cast, because it wasn't Gary Cole, I think his name is, the guy who plays the dad of Sarah.
Uh-huh.
I was like, it's not Kevin Bacon, but I can't think of his name. And so I looked him up, and then I noticed that Chuck also plays Shazam. And I was
Yes.
like, oh my god, it is him.
Yeah.
And because when you look at like if you look at his like thumbnail picture, it's him where he's like buff with this really nice beard, combed over and everything. Doesn't look a fucking thing like Chuck.
Because that was years
so,
before.
like-
He was like skinny, dude. Like he was
Yeah.
just a tall, skinny dude.
But if you like put put the two of them next to each other, even with the smile and things, you just like, no, those are two different people. There's no way. Like because he just looks so suave and is just filled out from playing Shazam and everything. But you just look at him and go, there's
They're
no
brothers.
way.
That's not just that's not the...
There's no way that's the same person.
That's Backery, Levi.
But I mean, like all in all, I'm having a lot of fun with it. Like I blew through the first season after I started watching it, really enjoying it. Season 2, like you get some really dark stuff going on.
Yeah.
He's still trying to come to terms with like what all of this really means type thing.
Yeah.
With being a spy and what you have to do and protecting and things like that. Skippy keeps saying, "Do not watch the final season."
Yeah, I was gonna warn you.
Depressing.
It gets to a point and even the final season, like season a little bit like a season or two before that, it starts getting a bit repetitive. It's like they start doing the same gags over and over, and it starts slowing down in a way. It's like okay, and then the final season is like okay,
like that. It's just the way it ends. It's like, why did I watch this? That's basically the ending.
So it's like fuck, what was that anime series I had you guys watch?
Claymore.
I think it was Claymore.
Claymore, yeah, where you're just like,
Kelsey, nothing happened. Nothing happened in that anime. Oh man, did they ever follow up? Did they make a second season or?
No, I don't think so. I'm pretty sure that was it. I think they were like, I don't know. That's a whole nother thing.
Yeah, we can come back to that. That's good.
Steven says the final season was a lot like Castle, where you're like, why did I continue to watch this show? Yeah, like I mean, I feel like that's the way it's been for a lot of TV shows. Like I stopped watching Bones and Castle, and there's one other one because it was just like,
I think
you have this big like romantic tension, and then they finally like get together, and then it just all kind of goes downhill from there. And it becomes like, I mean, even in the first season, it's the same trope. You have like he is told
adores
to stay
her
in the car.
Yeah.
He doesn't stay in the car. He fucks up the situation, and then they magically get out of it. And it's like, okay, like there's a Russian wedding where like they roll up with just two of them, and there's like 30 guys there with guns, and they're like, drop your gun, and then she puts the gun down, and then kicks it over to the bride, and then steals one from a guy that's clearly standing too close to her, and then they all drop their guns. It's like, no, they would have just started shooting people. Like, there's no like, what are you doing? But yeah, I mean, like it's definitely a feel-good show. I think it's hilarious so far. I'm probably gonna keep binging it for a little while and then take a break and then
wait,
in a couple of years finish it.
I mean, it's good that you sort of Chuck, but did you watch Ted Lasso?
No, I haven't seen Ted Lasso.
Skippy, get your man.
No, he's been telling me to watch Ted Lasso too.
I understand that, but when he sat you down, that should have been playing, not Chuck.
He's screaming in the chat, "What the fuck, man? What the fuck? Stop watching everything else and watch that now."
It's faster. You can get through Ted Lasso before watching another season of Chuck. It's only
like 10 episodes or something.
And they're 30 minutes, I think. So
it's so binge worthy that I was like, let me give this a shot. Anthony said some things. Let me give it a shot. And I start the first episode, and then I see the credits for the season. That's how fast I get.
Yeah, so I mean, it's another one that's in my list. What I'll probably do.
So take a break. When you take a break from Chuck, go do Ted Lasso and then come back to Chuck.
Which is probably what I was gonna do. Like I spent literally like all day doing nothing on Sunday, just sitting on the couch watching Chuck with Shannon. And so I'm kind of hitting that like, okay, getting kind of
burnt out
on this because it's the same shit over and over again.
Yeah.
So I'll probably finish up this season and then watch Ted Lasso.
And then if you want to go from Ted Lasso to depressed and long show, just watch Mr. Robot.
Oh, you haven't seen Mr. Robot either.
I haven't seen a lot of things. I haven't seen Breaking Bad. I haven't seen Game of Thrones. I haven't seen Better Call Saul. Saul, whatever his name is.
I think you should definitely watch Breaking Bad. Game of Thrones, maybe it
Watch
didn't
everything
land.
but season 8.
Well, even before that, like they didn't stick the landing. The last couple landings were just not, and it wasn't satisfying as all.
Yeah, they didn't stick a King's Landing.
Oh, nice. Anywho, well, that's
Have
good.
you guys seen The Wire?
Yes, I told you I have. It's Brian that hasn't.
As a kid, I've seen episodes. I haven't seen the whole thing, though. I've said this every time.
Cool. So, I mean, so far you liking season 1. I warn you for like the later season, it starts getting okay. So get ready for that.
It's that way even in season 1 and 2. I think it's just one of those that it's like, it's new, it's funny.
Yeah.
You know, he doesn't really know what the fuck he's doing. Like looking at the covers for the seasons, he obviously is getting more into the whole like spycraft stuff, you know, and it's probably gonna go a little bit more that direction, and it's probably just not gonna be as funny. So I don't know.
Okay. I'm glad you're watching it though.
If you need to find something that keeps you going, just remember Yvonne Strahovski was Miranda Lawson, and then I can get through the whole show.
Yep, those are facts. All right, that's good. Glad you're watching that. Brian, take us home with Giveon. You said you ordered is it an album or is it just like a new single?
He released his EPs as one album, and then he put one new song on top of that, and that's the song.
Okay.
I'm already a fan of him.
Okay.
His EPs, he had songs that slap really hard, but the ones that didn't, it was kind of felt like he was just like a demo, like a portfolio.
Okay.
EPs. And then he has songs that I can loop for an entire day.
Ooh.
So I'm already a fan of him.
Gotcha.
And then he did this. I thought it was like a whole new project. It's just the one song. I listened to the song. Good.
All to me is good.
Yeah, it's good. It's not.
Okay.
He has better songs on the EP, but this is still good. It feels like since this was made after the fact, you can see that he's kind of found like he's honing like his lane in terms of his music. That makes sense.
What kind of instrumentals we got here? What kind of vibe is it? Like a beat, slower down? It's all R&B. Okay. Yeah, but is it like pop R&B or is it like legit? No. Like when I put this on, do I feel like banging?
Yeah. This whole song is basically him saying, "Your guy doesn't make you feel like this, but I do." And
ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, I got the right weekend song for that. I know what you mean. Okay.
I enjoy the song. It sounds well. He sounds well as always. A great singer. I watched his Small Desk last month. He was part of the Black History Month performance thing
for the Tiny Desk concert.
Sounds just as good.
That's good. I like to hear that when they sound just as good live.
I think I posted it in your music tab, but yeah, I
don't remember.
Don't know of him.
A Tiny
R&B.
Concert.
You most likely like him without knowing. But if you like R&B without hearing his music, you like his music.
Oh dang! Okay, so he's a staple in R&B now. In your opinion, you put him in.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to him. Like,
okay,
I like what I've heard so far. I mean,
okay.
He's the guy who does the chorus, the 2:30, babe.
Oh well, hey, you don't gotta tell me. I know that. I love that hook. I'm all about it.
Yeah, I mean, this is a new incentive. If you forgot about the other EPs, they were short by themselves. You put it into one big collection album thing, and it gave you a new song. I would say this is a reason to go back and listen to it if you haven't, or if you want to just listen to the song because it's a single, I guess.
Well, for me, I haven't heard of any of his stuff, so this could be a good chance for me to listen to it and maybe be part of the top 10 of the year. So, you know what I'm saying?
Are we counting this as this year release?
This album came out this year. Granted, it's old material, but it's
last year.
It says 2021 on Spotify.
I mean, if this counts, well,
you know. What we just gotta make a good enough argument for it because we gotta convince Kelsey and Randall for it too. This year's gonna be crazy for our top 10. We're gonna be here for 6 hours arguing.
For top what?
For top 10. Because remember, we're making one concise list instead of everyone else's.
What we should do for that is the same.
Kelsey looks so lost. I don't know if you guys caught that clip. That fucker said, "What? We're doing what?"
The instructors at Krav love throwing me around because like I just have this like glazed look of You know, like,
Yeah, like
are you okay? Are you there? Like, what's going on here? I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, I'm fine.
shit. All right, Brian. Sorry, go ahead.
So we should do this one the way we did the 100. So I'm just over there, and we can have beverages, I guess.
Okay, yeah, we could probably do that. All right. That is it for what we devoured this week. There's some stuff coming out this week that we might be devouring. Devouring? Yeah. Rainbow Six Siege has
so.
Rainbow Six Siege has a new update out. Crimson Heist. New characters added. I haven't looked up to see what else is added. Is there a map rework at all, Brian? One character?
Map rework.
What do you remember? What map?
Mm-mm.
Oh fuck! Maybe Javi's still listening. He can pop in, or
Yeah, just
Johan.
click the link that you put here.
That just takes you. Yeah.
Actual one.
I didn't find the thing in time. So
Clown.
yeah. So while you look that up, I'll keep going. Marvel's Avengers. If there's still people playing it, they have the Hawkeye expansion comes out this week. Adds Hawkeye and more.
About the XP slowdown.
And that's also coming out too. So whatever they're doing with the fucking XP stuff, I don't know how they. Well, we'll see how that turns out.
It doesn't make any sense. Like, it's one thing if you have to build your character a specific way, and then whatever. But if you just get all of the stuff,
You get everything.
There's no such thing as being overwhelmed with too many skill points. Okay, like that just doesn't exist. I don't know what the fuck they're talking about, but that's wrong.
Yeah, it's exciting. If I ever load up a new character and it's like, oh, you have 20 skill points on the first level, make your character. I'm like, let's go. It's time to make a build, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I have the ability to like just throw a whole bunch of points in, you damn well better believe that I'm gonna just throw a whole bunch of points in.
That's the point of the
Especially if it doesn't
RPG.
make a difference. You know, like if I don't have to like pay attention to what I'm doing, if I can just like grind it out to the max level and then have all the skills and shit, then yeah, you damn well better believe that I'm just gonna, you know, put points in.
Yeah. I was playing yesterday. I didn't realize I already had 3 characters maxed out. In my head, I was like,
You said it before.
I didn't realize that I had Kamala max. I thought when I loaded it up, I was gonna finish hers and then do caps, but no, I leveled him to like 40 something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But
So the Hawkeye stuff out this week, and
the
it's
map that's being reworked is Border.
Border. Okay, thanks. That's cool. So maybe that's something we'll digest this week and we'll come back to and talk about the update. For movies, I didn't see anything on there off the top of my head. The Oscars were the nominations were out this week, so I'm gonna do some homework and see if I can watch a bunch.
Cut comes out.
What happened?
Snyder Cut.
That's the movie that came out. I looked at movies. I'm like, there's something missing. Zack Snyder's Justice League comes out this week on Thursday.
Wow. What was the thing that you said? The Grammys or
Oscars.
Grammys happened.
The Grammys
Oscars?
happened. The Grammys happened this weekend, and now the Oscars nominations are out.
the Grammys had like an all-time low.
Viewership.
Yeah.
Yeah. To be honest, that's because I didn't know what was happening this weekend. Until
I
Brian was like, "Oh, what was it? Thundercat won."
Thundercat won best new progressive R&B album. Shout out to Thundercat. Fucking slaps.
And then I'm like, "Oh, I didn't know what was happening. I would have watched it if I knew what was happening."
Kate Trinado won best dance, and apparently he's the first black man to win best dance song or best dance album.
Was it a song or album?
That's what I don't remember.
Okay, we can look it up later.
Right now, pussy.
I guess. So yeah, Snyder Cut this week. So I'm pulling for you, Randall.
I think it's gonna be good.
I hope for your sake it's good.
I think it's. I have a strong feeling it's
Okay.
gonna be good.
Well, I mean, everybody's already started talking about the first 2 hours.
Well, he's been staying away from any of the spoilers and stuff. I hope for you it's good. I don't have the same enthusiasm.
I think it's gonna be good.
Good. I hope it is.
You don't think so?
I don't have the same enthusiasm. I'm sure it's gonna be a fun ride, but I'm not gonna go out there the same way I walked out of Endgame or Infinity War or the first Avenger. Like,
Well, I mean, don't go into it.
I'm not going in there, but like, if you're gonna redo a movie, Randall, it better be, you know.
I think it is going to be that.
And then the length. Oh, I'm already worried.
Why?
4 hours, Randall.
You didn't like none of the Lord of the Rings movies?
And I still, if someone says you want to watch Lord of the Rings, my first thought is, fuck, that's like 3 hours. Like the first thing that comes up is that time. I'm like, shit, it has good moments, but 3 hours?
It's gonna have to be an intermission, like 2 hours in.
Yeah,
It
like
just
if I
comes up
can
with, like a black screen that says take a 15 minutes.
to go piss,
like-
go eat something,
Like,
or
if you watch Lord of the Rings the first time, the whole movie's new. It's a new 3 hours. Where if
Yeah.
we've seen this movie, we know what's gonna happen in this movie. Let's make that 4 hours now. Like,
No, he changed it.
again, that's why I'm hoping for you. You like it. I don't think there's gonna be enough changes to warrant 4 hours.
It's 4 hours. He changed a lot.
I've seen a lot of his other movies, like 300 and what is it, Sucker Punch.
You didn't like 300?
There's scenes in that where the scene lasted like 2 minutes, and it was just people going in slow motion. So if it's just Justice League in slow motion, and then because of that it's 4 hours, that's not a good look.
Wait, how long
Come
is
on,
Sucker
man.
Punch?
Oh, I don't know if Sucker Punch is long. It's just Zack Snyder has a habit of just doing slow motion because slow motion,
Oh,
and that takes
it's
up
like
a
M.
lot
Night
of
Shyamalan
airtime.
ruining movies and explosions.
Yeah, so if he's doing his slow motion thing again with superheroes, I mean, it's going to be a lot of like the trailer when everything's happening in slow
Do
motion.
you
I'm like,
really think that's why it's 4 hours?
I'm hoping it's not.
Come on. Anthony. He practically remade the movie
I hope but I'm hoping the remake is good enough for 4 hours.
because it's his vision, not Josh Whedon.
Yeah,
Skippy is asking for 8-hour movies. He says, "Give me 8-hour movies. Sign me up."
you do. That's what the TV shows are. Like binge-worthy TV shows are 8-hour movies. A season of Breaking Bad is an 8-hour movie. You know, if you're just watching back to back to back. But that's like because the pacing in that is like it's different than film. Oh my gosh! So that's coming out. Is there any other movies? I think that's a big one.
That's the only one I know that's coming out this week.
Yeah.
Snyder Cut's coming out.
Oh, and don't forget Snyder Cut this week too.
So what's the? Are you guys watching it?
Yeah, we're gonna see if we can watch it on Saturday, if you can hold out for Saturday. Because I'm telling you guys, after Thursday, is gonna be spoilers all over the internet. So
Monster. Wait, what? Oh, that was 2 weeks ago. So this week,
yeah, this
Where is
week, this Friday, see if there's anything out there. Because I looked and I didn't see much besides Snyder Cut.
Brothers by Blood,
Sounds metal as fuck.
Psycho Goreman, Weekend World, Songbird, Don't Tell a Soul, Money Plane, and Promising Young Woman.
Promising Woman
Oh,
already
and
came out.
Feds. Do what?
Promising Young Woman already came out. Is it having a theatrical release?
Oh, I'm on DVD releases. Never mind.
Oh, okay. Well, that can still count as home releases because I think they show digital releases on that list too. So some of
Yeah.
those are probably coming out this week too.
Uh,
And then for
yeah,
music,
it looks like all of these are just
like Blu-rays
DVD
and stuff.
Blu-ray.
Gotcha.
Never mind.
I recommend watching Promising Young Woman. It was good. Justice by Justin Bieber and Chemtrails Over the Country Club by Lana Del Rey. I'll definitely be listening to the Lana Del Rey one. So I'll let you guys know how that turns out.
I still need to fucking listen to the Haley Williams album.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think that's it, boys. Oh, the free games for the week on Epic. Right now, Surviving Mars is free up until Thursday, which then switches to the fall. The game,
You
the
scared
fall.
of it?
Yeah, always.
Oh, because I've hit the ground before.
I've hit the ground before.
DMCA got him.
Damn it. If I ever get DMCA'd for singing The Weekend, I'm calling Abel up and be like, yo, I can cover your songs. If you need a backup singer, let me know. Anyway, that's it for the episode, guys. What are you doing this week?
What are
Random.
you doing this week, Anthony?
Me? You want to start me first? Okay. Tomorrow, I'm going to see if I can finish up Little Nightmares 2. I think I'm already halfway through it, and which I'll review next week as well, which, spoiler alert, it's fantastic. Wednesday, we're doing Borderlands 3. I think we already cleared. Oh, we finished the main story, so now we're going to start the DLC. We're probably doing Kriegs, right, Brian? That's what you wanted to make sure we do first?
I don't know if there's a preferred order or not.
I mean, they're all standalone stories, so it doesn't matter which
There
one we do
is.
first.
It's whatever your preference is.
Ooh, talk to him, Kelsey. Talk to him.
We can do Kriegs if you want.
That's what we do. We'll be starting the DLC, and none of us has played the DLC, so it's gonna be. We'll watch the cutscenes and stuff, and it'll be fresh to us.
Look, all I'm saying, spoiler alert, if Maya's not back and just riding Krieg heavy duty.
All right, moving on. And then Thursday, I don't know because I didn't know the Siege thing was coming out, so maybe Siege, maybe Apex, or maybe Outbreak with Brian.
I mean,
depending-
I can do any of those three things.
Oh, so basically that, but any of those 3 games. I don't know what it is yet. And I think that's it for me. And then that's it. That's all I got planned. If something else comes up, then y'all know on Twitters. Randall, what are you doing, Papa?
What'd you say you're doing Tuesday? Sorry.
Little Nightmares 2. I'm gonna see if I can finish it up. I'm having a good time with it.
Game of the year?
I mean, it's we'll see, but it's really fun. It's like the first one, but even more spooky. And there's one scene that it hits your nerves in a way that's like I'm freaking the fuck out because it's done really well.
Because you were streaming before I was ready to watch, so I was like, I just gonna have to watch the VODs.
I was gonna ask him, like, I thought you were gonna watch it.
Yeah, I wanted to, but then you started like hilariously early, and then when I was ready to, like, you already at a certain point. I'm like, okay, I guess I have to just rewatch.
Yeah, and it ends up being a prequel because I'm not gonna spoil it. I didn't know it was
First
a
episode already out.
I could double check the schedule. It's coming out soon. It should have. Oh, I think it comes out tomorrow. If I'm not mistaken, the first episode of my Little Nightmares playthrough I think comes out tomorrow. Let me double check before I lied to you. I always do 40 to an hour, so because I think I'm a fucking AMC or some shit. Am I an idiot? Yes, is the answer to that question. So yeah, Little Nightmares 2, Borderlands, and then some multiplayer shooter on Thursday. Randall, what you doing? Oh,
Gym. Art.
Waiting for Brian to hold it up.
yeah. You're missing one.
I pray every day, man.
Oh, okay. And just to clarify, Brian, tomorrow is the first episode of the Little Nightmares episode 2 playthrough comes up on my YouTube channel.
Let's see, maybe I'll watch it for lunch. I'm trying to re-optimize my workout schedule.
I thought you work out at lunch.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So Tuesdays I have a day just for abs because I don't have time to do it like 3 days. I have enough time to do insert thing, no
Okay.
extra abs. So
Okay.
what I was gonna do was maybe I don't do them on Tuesdays, and when I get home on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, that's when I do abs, and then that would leave me with a whole full day of nothing. So that would be like a rest day I could do in the middle.
Okay.
And that would be like,
All right. I mean, whatever works.
but I don't know. I haven't labbed it out yet.
Okay, that's true. So praying, working out, work, art. You still haven't found out the next game you're gonna play? Jeez. Is there any other, besides Witcher 3, Brian? Is there anything else we told him to play that we recommended him
Besides
playing?
Skullgirls every day and Hades. every
No,
day.
nope.
Witcher.
I just said besides Witcher.
I'm going through. I have to go through them.
Oh yeah. Oh, like a mind thing. Like you have to go through your
Yeah.
checklist.
Fucking bitch.
Yeah.
You don't like turn-based, you said, Randall?
Nah, I said I hate turn-based.
You get it right.
Man, you still
right?
Hitman.
Oh yeah, Hitman. That's true.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, he still got stuff.
You still got a 4K God of War as well.
Yep.
The
I
Witcher
gotta
2
finish
and
that.
3.
I gotta play Bloodborne.
Same. There's some other smackaroonies we've told you about, and you're like, yeah, that looks cool. And then you just T-pose for 3 years.
Kelsey, what are you doing this week?
I don't know, man. Like, probably going to continue watching Chuck. I'm just.
That was the most defeated. I don't know. There's a bunch. If you want, there's a bunch of Bethesda games that are on Game Pass this week. You can try. Did you play Did you play Skyrim?
I played Skyrim. I have it.
Okay. Fallout 4, not 76. 4.
I don't. I'm not really a Fallout fan.
Okay. Well, then I don't.
Like I tried. I tried 3. I watched Leo play a good majority of 3.
And doesn't grab you. Okay.
Don't care. Yeah.
I played 3 in front of you guys one time when you guys were working on stuff.
Oh, before you continue, I think Prey is also added for the PC one. I highly recommend playing Prey.
I don't know.
Oh.
I've been hitting
Bored of that answer. That man said, "Fuck you and your suggestions." Go ahead.
Just haven't really been feeling
Gaming.
playing on the computer and things. Which is probably why I've been watching Chuck so much. I don't know. I've just been bored.
That's fair.
Maybe it's because you're not playing something that stimulates the mind, the hands, and the reaction time.
Here we go.
You're not used to getting reset over and over again. You're not used to stance canceling with squiggly. You got to play Skullgirls, dude. The fuck?
Who should I main in Skullgirls?
Everyone's maining Parasol, so go ahead and just main Parasol too.
As a collective, we main
No.
here.
No.
Probably Philia, because she's just... Yeah, probably Philia, because her whole point is to move her face to prom distance of yours and then reset you so many times that you think you can't block in the game. Okay, so it'll get to the point if you play against a good Philia that you get opened up like 3 times and you only realize it happened once, and then after you notice the second time, you're like, and then you're just waiting for your next character to come in.
Oh man. Oh, so some fun updates on the house. I forgot to tell you guys this.
Go for it.
We are having our entire floor replaced.
Oh,
Everything. All the hardwood floors are being replaced because the batch of flooring that they put in within like the first 6 months started chipping and wearing super hard.
okay.
And we paid for like the upgraded stuff, like because they have like different levels that you can pay for to get different.
Flooring.
Sometimes it equates to quality. Sometimes it's just whatever's fashionable at the time or whatever you like, and it just costs more. But we paid for the top tier floors, and they said that they have like a 10 or 20 year wear guarantee against like kids and dogs and cats and whatever.
Yeah.
And we had stuff that was wearing in places that we can't physically walk. Okay, like.
Then what the fuck?
So like our kitchen island.
Yeah.
Like the one side of it like curves out,
Mm-hmm.
and the only way that we could walk under there is if we like scrunched down and did the like did like the little like Russian picking walk thing.
Yeah. And that was
your floors with the arrow floors in Pokemon.
Right.
Don't do that.
But there's just a ton of wear and tear on all the floors where it's chipping or coming up or just whatever. So they're gonna replace all of that. Our microwave stopped working.
Just randomly?
Yeah. It tells us that the inverter is not responding. Like it comes with a physical error. It says the inverter is not responding. It also hasn't been heating up properly, like at all recently. And
That's
so they're
weird.
coming out with that. They're also going to replace some stuff in the oven because it's a combo unit and it's also not heating up properly. And I was so I called the line. I called the line and they were like, "Yeah, we'll have to send somebody out." And I was like, "Okay." The guy comes out. He brings his tools and things, and he's like, "So what's the problem?" And I tell him, I show him, and then tell him about the rest of the stuff. And he goes, "Okay, well, we're gonna have to order parts," and then just leaves. And I'm like, "Why the fuck did you bother coming out here? You should have just called me, and I could have explained this over the phone. You could have fucking ordered the parts and then just come out and done it once." Like,
what kind of workflow is that? Hey, we'll just send somebody out. What's the problem? He'll tell you when you get there.
I'm sure there's some things where people I'm sure there's people that can't describe the problem, or they'll describe it and they'll go, "Oh, well, it's probably just this," and they'll fuck around in there for a little bit. But like when it gives you an error saying the inverter's not responding and it literally won't heat up and it won't do anything for more than 15 seconds, even with doing all the little tricks and tips and things they tell you to do to try and reset it.
Tricks and tips.
Yeah. They're like, have you tried turning off the power to the oven and things and waited more than 10, 15 seconds before turning it back on? Like, first of all, bitch, if that's one of the fixes for your shit, there's a problem. Okay.
You think it's a fucking modem?
Like it was basically like talking. It was basically like talking to the same person that was like, "Well, you need to make sure that your modem is above waist height to get the best connection." No, I don't. Because
No.
I'm fucking hardwired in. Okay. Night, Skippy.
Oh my god.
Um.
Damn, they did. But all that's covered in the warranty, right? Like you don't have to worry about spending. Okay, good.
Yeah, but here's the best part. They're like, we have to order parts, but with COVID, some things are kind of in back order. And I was like, oh, well, how long are we talking? Well, we still have some people that are waiting from December.
Get the fuck out of here.
And I'm like,
They're still waiting. So
they're
we're
still
about
waiting
to
on parts from December. We're still like, so when they redid our floor, I've told you about all the floor shit we've had, right? Like they had to rip it up a bunch of times. Well, the last time that they had to rip it up, they were literally scrounging other sites for our floors because it wasn't being made anymore because they had to shut production down for a little while.
Oh
And
my
apparently
god.
our floors are made by prisoners who have just like lifetime sentences, and they use them for super cheap labor.
Okay.
And they had to shut all of the stuff down because people in prison were getting COVID and they couldn't allow them to go do all the stuff for it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so they've been like trying to see if they can get the floors together. They finally like got it together, only it's the wrong model. So now we have to wait for them to get another shipment from the company, and then they're going to want to come in and they're going to tear up everything and they're going to want to move us out for like 2 weeks. I'm not fucking leaving my house for 2 weeks, while you guys fix this shit. Because one, I don't trust you. Two, you haven't done anything correctly since you built the house. Three, I don't fucking trust you.
And four, I'm never gonna trust you.
Basically.
That's insane.
Anyway,
wow.
So we're gonna try and talk to them about like ripping up the upstairs because we don't use the upstairs right now. Like it's literally just 3 bedrooms and a huge open room. What we're gonna do is we're gonna convince them to do the upstairs and then move
swap
all of our shit upstairs and then do the downstairs. You know,
there's no need to move
doing
out.
I'm not doing this bullshit where we're moving out for 2 weeks and then they're figuring out what they're gonna do with all of our crap. No, that's not how this is gonna work. Like,
nope.
They can. I don't care if it takes them longer. I don't care if it is an inconvenience to them. I don't fucking care. They should have first of all done a lot of this stuff right the first time. Second of all, like it's not my fault that this shit is breaking, to begin with.
Facts.
Third, I paid a lot of fucking money for this house and they're gonna fix it properly.
Facts. They need to cater to where you got it. Yeah, he's out here, dude. Yo, did you know that you're
big as hell, dog.
Like you're just getting it out here.
So yeah. But other than that, I really don't know. Like I really haven't had I'm still, working out, still doing all that stuff. Have not had any drive to play anything new. Like I still want to play that code game thing that
Code Vein?
on. No, well, Code Vein too, but the Cross Coders or whatever, the one that I like
Crosscode
demo, and it did not live up to what it showed in the previews and things.
Yeah.
When you say new game, do you mean one that came out like this year, 2020? Because I got a game from like 2013 that's just getting.
Oh my fucking god!
I don't really care what I play. I mean, like I still want to play Bloodborne. I still want to finish God of War again. I still have the Demon Souls re-release, to play. I just not had any desire to do anything on the computer.
Gotcha. Well, I mean, if you don't want to do it on the computer, I mean, Bravely Default 2, I think came out or is coming out soon. You could play the JRPG on your Switch.
Yeah.
I think it's Bravely Default 2. I think it's Bravely Default or something else came out as JRPG on Switch that the people have been waiting for.
I don't know.
All right.
I haven't really been following much lately.
Brian.
That's the thing. Like, I'm giving you info for Skullgirls. You don't even have
Oh
to
my
follow it yourself.
God. Brian, what are you doing this week? And don't say Skullgirls.
I don't know. I think what I'm gonna do for the rest of this month is just stream every day I can possibly. Like, I'm here at my computer, so I'm probably gonna stream tomorrow. I'm gonna stream Wednesday. I'm gonna stream Thursday, probably Friday, unless I'm over there.
Yeah, I'll have to hash out when we're gonna watch Justice League. I don't know who all is gonna watch it. So
yeah, but for the rest of the month, I'm streaming every day I possibly can, and then probably taking a month break in April. Because
okay.
I don't know, streaming lately has just felt like, at first it was a way if I'm gonna play something that's kind of makes it productive, but now I feel like it's just like I could be doing other things instead of it.
Like
I keep having
masturbating
this
while
period-
playing?
Yeah, I could just be yanking and catching Pokemon or something.
Yeah, those are facts.
But I keep having these like periods of time where I get like, I don't know if it's fatigued
Yeah, it could
or
be.
if it's, yeah. This is like the third time I've just tried to stop, but I feel like I just want to do stuff for me instead of entertaining people, I guess.
I've been kind of bored of the streaming game as well. I haven't been streaming like anything, and I think a lot of that is it feels like it's a lot of work to, find something that you want to do first of all, and then second of all, be entertaining about doing whatever it is that you're doing. Like even if you're having fun, you're still having to like try and pander to whoever's watching. And some things it's not too bad, and other things it's just like I'm just sitting here playing the game, and then I remember that I'm streaming.
Yeah. And then a lot of times it feels like whatever I'm doing is for whoever's there. So it doesn't. It takes away something that could have been me time. That makes sense.
Okay.
So I'll probably take a break for April, and then maybe come back. If not, maybe I'll just actually stop streaming. But I'm scared to stop streaming because what if my emotes go away? What am I supposed to do in other people's chats?
Your emotes don't go away unless you break the contract.
Okay.
You're always partnered. Doesn't make any sense.
I don't know. I like my emotes. But yeah, so every day tomorrow, I might stream working on music, or if not, I might just fucking play something. Wednesday we're playing Borderlands. Thursday, whatever you wanted to do. If I'm here Friday, I'll probably stream something, maybe Skullgirls. I don't know, something. And that's gonna be the pattern until the end of this month.
Okay.
If I'm here on a weekend, probably play something. I still need to play Demon Souls. I keep in my head I'm like $70, Brian, but then my body's like, this isn't a real game.
You know how long you've been saying Demon Souls now? I think it's been like 2 months.
Probably.
Well, good luck with that, I guess.
Yeah.
And everyone.
We'll see. Tomorrow we'll find out together. Wednesday Borderlands. Thursday we'll find out together, I guess. Whatever Anthony wants to play. And Friday we'll find out together.
Nice. I think that's it on my end. I already said what I'm doing this week. And that has been the ADLR Podcast, episode 133. We'll be back next week. I'm a little bit early. I still hit the 3 hour. I was trying to hit the 2:30, but here we are, The ADLR Podcast, thank you. 133. We'll be back next week for another episode. We'll be streaming the rest of this week. If you're watching live, if you haven't, we were streaming the rest of this week. Since it goes up on Fridays. Live is always on Mondays, 8 p.m. Eastern. I'll see you guys next week. Thank you guys for watching, listening, both. Goodbye.